It's the Bob and Tom Show.
The steam begins to rise, it slowly effervesces. Leaves are crinkling under sweet caresses. I cherish this moment of natural bliss. Nothing's missing when I'm pissing outside, pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Pissing outside. Come on, America. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. There you go. Come on, you know, a rock, a bush, a shrubbery, a tree. You can go anywhere you please. There's so many things that you can christen. So make it like your mission and just start pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. You know my favorite place is in the virgin snow. You find a fresh canvas and let it flow. Sign your name and watch it glisten. Unless you're in Alaska, then your task is to go faster, 'cause it freezes and you have to walk backwards while you're pissing outside. Pissing outside. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Pissing outside. Pissing outside. Nice. You don't know what you're missing until you start pissing outside. Because the grass is always greener when you water with your wiener outside.
Tom probably just did that moments ago, I'm guessing. Yes or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. You're planning on it, though.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. He looks forward to it every morning.
Oh, it's the only way to go.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hi.
When's the last time you peed outside, Kristi? Go.
Gosh, I don't know if I've ever done that. I might have been drunk once and done it, but...
Thank you.
Well,
At least
I
we
don't
have-
know about the drunk
At least we have
once
that.
part.
No, she means...
That's like I was drunk once.
No.
It just lasted for 58 years. Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello. Judge
Ace
me.
Cosby's here. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Hey, what's that shirt, Ace? What does it say?
It's
Birmingham Stallions.
Birmingham Stallions.
It's
Oh, that's,
the, might as well be a little league.
is this the Super Bowl of that? What is the league now? The UFS?
UFL.
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 Sorry, I can't.
They take on St. Louis tomorrow afternoon.
Is that their Super Bowl?
No,
No. Oh, where are we in the season of that league?
week 7 of 10.
Okay, good. Is that the team you root for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well be a bunch
Undefeated.
of guys playing softball somewhere.
Reigning champions?
Chick, you
care
did
less.
not start radio on Bob and Tom.
Could care less.
You worked your way up.
Could care less.
Or down, depending on your perception. It'll be interesting to see. So some of those guys make it to the bigs.
I think 86 players made it into NFL camps last year. So.
All right.
Camps. Camps is the key word in that sentence.
I love camps. Speaking of camps,
I'm going to go to camp this year. Did I tell you that?
No.
watch this. Watch this.
Okay.
Speaking of camps,
Yeah?
our guest today is going to be Dave Koechner. And Dave is in a great movie called A Week Away about summer camps that my girls watch constantly.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's a great movie. They love summer camp. They're getting ready to go to summer camp.
How many?
Well,
Half dozen?
one overnight one, and then a couple of other, like 3 or 4 local ones for various purposes.
I never attended a summer camp. Kristi?
I went once.
One?
Hated it.
Joshua, did you ever attend a summer camp?
Every summer, a 4-day church camp.
And it was
Vacation Bible
sleepaway
school?
camp?
Yeah.
Did it stick, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you know, the old
that's what
golden rule, stuff like that.
No, he's doing his Vespers in that little office of his.
I went to Catholic camp, CYO camp. overnight, fifth grade.
Anybody get to see Euro?
No, I was in fifth grade.
Oh, sorry.
God.
Fifth grade, sorry. Sorry. Thought
It's a big deal.
Thought it was band camp.
You
where
remember?
you get to see the old trombone. The old,
Camp
the
Rancho,
old flesh
Rancho
horn
Formasa.
section.
Stop.
Okay.
No, that's Rancho from us is nasty cheese.
Rancho Formasa. That was the name of the camp.
Pat Godwin, you strike me as the kind of guy that didn't go to camp.
Did not go.
Of course. Ace.
Didn't even go to band camp? Now, you would be the one I would think that would go to band camp.
Me?
I did
Yeah.
once.
No.
You went to camp?
Mhm.
Oh, how'd it go?
A week. Yep.
A
A
week?
week? You slept away for a week?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
5 days. Yeah.
Did you get like canoeing and swimming and archery and sailing?
I have very little memory of it.
Must have been.
I did all that. Made God's eyes. And
Just sleeping in a cabin is.
That was about it? Wow.
no air conditioning, bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great.
It
though.
was fun, yeah.
Yeah, no phones. It was great. Your parents weren't around.
No motor cars? Not a single luxury.
5 days without a TV.
Yeah, for Ace, geez.
Don't even joke about something like that.
Well, Dave Koechner will be our guest. A very fine comedian.
Saw him last night. He was very funny.
Okay, good. Also, we're going to talk with Bert Kreischer today. And with Bert, you never know what's going on.
Birdie Boy.
Something will involve taking off his shirt. I know that.
Birdie Boy shows up at the Tom Brady roast. He and Tom Segura did a team thing.
All right.
Also, last weekend he had his own 5K with Jelly Roll. He walked it.
He walked it?
Hey, don't judge.
Well, I saw an interview with him.
You know
He said
something?
He said he ran it.
Now, didn't they get rid of the fake walking thing in the Olympics?
I think
The
so.
walk-run
Fast
thing?
walking.
Isn't that
What do they call that?
Race walking, wasn't it?
Race walking?
Is that what it was?
I think it's mocking the crippled, frankly.
Trotting.
Oh, my God.
I think saying cripples mocking something. I'm not sure what. We'll get back to. I'm sure we'll hear about what it was. I don't think you're supposed to say that.
I don't think so.
Looks like someone's had their ass somehow fused to their spine.
Oh,
You that weird walk. Okay.
little
I don't
duck
think that's
walk?
I don't think that's an Olympic event anymore. I'll have to check that. All I know is that the flame.
This
Olympic
damn
flame.
thing, it's haunting me. I've made fun of this, and I can't turn my TV on without coming up more covers of that Olympic flame that's coming across Marseille. And
It's gonna run, they're gonna run it thousands of miles through France. It's fantastic.
yeah, but it's already there.
But it's about
See, it makes sense if it's still on the way
Sure.
somewhere.
it's the build up to the
it's
Olympics.
2
It's
months
great.
away.
I want a straight line. I don't want them going up here and over here into the Alps and wherever the hell they're going. I want.
See, life's about the journey, chick.
Steven Tyler told us that.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Who would know more than
Who
Steven
would know better
Tyler,
than
right?
Steven? Hey, if you're like me, you're going to be surprised as hell to hear what I'm just going to tell you. Are you
What?
ready? The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Celtics' ass last night in Boston, believe it or not. 118-94 Cleveland wins, evens that series at a game apiece. We'll have more coming up. And in Oklahoma City, the Mavericks come back and win last night, 119-110, evening that series at a win
You
apiece.
suppose they ever use the thing, the phrase, the Mavericks garner a win? Little tip of the hat to the great James Garner, who starred in Maverick. Anyone?
Would you be surprised if I
didn't know
told
he was
you
in Maverick.
that with the exception of you're the only one who gets that reference?
I'm just saying. Do you think they ever do that? As a
No.
I
little
would
aside?
say 9 out of 10 people would. I'm going to say 10 out of 10 has no idea that James Garner played a character called Maverick,
they haven't lived.
other than the movie, and that was 50 years ago now. The movie with Mel
Remember,
Gibson.
yeah, when we were in school, we used to call it Maverick. We thought that was hilarious for some reason.
Wait a minute, hold it. That is hilarious.
I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, man, did you see Maverick last night?
And Luka
But I love James Garner. He's
Luka
a
Doncic,
race
shut up
fan.
about James Garner.
No.
Will you?
You ever see the Rockford Files? Come on. Well, that's a different show. Back to you.
We're spending our morning talking about James Garner. It's already happened. Am I alone on this hill fighting him? Can you guys pick up a gun at least? Can somebody help
We
me?
have that great
I'll throw
song.
a rock.
We have that great song. James Garner, won't you save me? A place is
That great song. It's one of ours, you lunatic.
That's a classic.
Anyway, the Mavericks won last night, but Luka Doncic, he hurt his arm. He hurt both of his knees. He had blood on his knee. And here he was after the game last night.
It was one of the hardest games I had to play.
Yeah.
It's one of the hottest games I had to
Sounds like
play.
it.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
NBA. They make a little money, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't hear the audio from
But
the
they,
NBA.
maybe
That's the second day in a row the NBA audio is
Maybe
sucked
afford
ass.
a PA. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
And for the guys making $1 million a night, maybe they could, I don't know, speak up and enjoy
Big
life a
news
little
from
bit.
last night is someone was having sex during Luka Doncic's press conference. You can hear them in the background. There's
What?
a woman.
Really?
There's a woman having a great time. Yeah, we're going to have that coming.
What?
We'll have it for you. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's talking.
So
and-
that is Maverick.
is any of this making
I
sense
think he
to
just wanted to
anyone
say it again.
except him? Tom,
You know, Luka.
I love you, but come on.
He can fall back on that pizza money.
Huh?
Luka's
And-
Pizza.
And Caitlin Clark last night in Indianapolis as the Fever took on the Atlanta Dream, and the Fever win 83-80. And let me tell you something. I was watching Caitlin Clark. I was watching the preseason. That's right. I have the WNBA app. I got the package.
Did ya?
I'm down the road on the W.
All
I
right.
love it. And they're also going to have planes this season, private jets. As soon as they get the planes, Kathy Engelbert Humperdinck, the commissioner, made that announcement yesterday.
Wow.
But she's a basketball player. There were four Atlanta Dream surrounds her to guard her. She blows right by him for the layup and gets the foul. I think the WNBA is in for an awakening as far as somebody coming in to play basketball. That's all I'm going to say.
Fun.
Huh.
Now,
she did very well.
Her premiere is going to be on Disney Plus.
Oh, that's cool.
Premiere, I say, but the
Opening?
Yeah.
Opening game.
okay, Kristi, what am I holding up? What's this?
It's a $5 bill.
Would you like this?
What do I have to do to earn $5?
Answer this trivia question.
Correctly or just
Yes.
answer it? Oh, correctly.
That's fair.
Okay.
I acknowledge that. That is important. I should have stated that.
I can answer it.
Can you tell Kristi Lee, not anybody else?
All right.
Yeah.
Can you tell me Maverick's first name?
James Garner?
I don't know why I know, but
That's
it just
the
popped
actor.
into
Okay,
my head.
now this $5 bill is also offered to Ace Cosby.
Wait a minute. So Maverick is his last name?
Yes.
Yeah,
And I think weren't there three brothers or cousins
I can't remember.
on
but
Maverick?
Ace, do you remember?
I do not. I know the show, of course.
I don't even know the show.
And I'm not sure, but
Is Maverick a Western?
You know something?
Yeah.
The best part of this is I'm not sure either. I think it was Brett.
I think it was Brett.
Yeah,
Yes,
sounds
Brett
right.
Maverick.
Brett Maverick, or as we called him, did I mention this? Maverick? Did I mention
Yeah.
that? Okay, sorry.
Well, now it's funny.
Guess what? I get to keep this $5
Good
bill.
for you. I've never in my life seen an episode of Maverick.
Well, but
What about Nichols? Remember Nichols?
No.
It was
On
kind of a
NBC?
lesser-
It was a lesser Maverick. Oh, yeah.
I
Look it
remember
up.
him in the
Nichols.
Rockford Files.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Rockford Files was great.
Yeah.
And we recently saw the Rockford Files referenced by the former coach of the University of Michigan. Remember this
No,
story?
the coach of the Los Angeles Chargers is what you need
but
to
when
say.
he moved to
Go ahead.
No, I
He's
don't.
living in an RV down by
the ocean.
Down by the ocean.
That was part of the thing of Rockford Files. Okay,
Right.
so sorry. What's going on over your side of the room?
I'm going to tell you about Raycon Everyday Earbuds, and they've just launched new news.
These are great. The new ones just came out. I've got a pair already.
Their upgraded model of their best-selling everyday earbuds from Raycon. Now you also get active noise cancellation, ergonomic design to fit the widest range of ears, multi-point connectivity that lets you pair with two devices at once. Now you're talking witchcraft. Plus, weatherproof and sweat-resistant. Available in a variety of vibrant new colors. I got the brand new green ones. What color did you get, Kristi?
I have a lilac, like a lavender. It matches my
lilac.
phone. They're so pretty.
That says Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, it does.
The lilac, everyday, redone Raycon earbuds. They also offer a 30-day happiness guarantee. What you waiting for? And right now we have a deal for you, of course. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today. Get 20% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's exactly correct. Get 20% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. Jesus.
What the hell?
Mother of God.
Are you trying to make us all deaf?
I don't know if you've noticed this or not,
What's that?
but in my opinion, Josh has pretty much given up just because of your behavior.
By the way, that's in Q, too. So
Oh, sorry. You know what this is?
I'm assuming it's the Maverick theme.
Nope, the Rockford Files. There you go. You would have won the $5.
Stop Maverick.
No, it was going to be.
Oh, Maverick.
It was going to be a bonus question for the $5.
I need a song that Maverick.
Coming up, a lot of cool stuff going on in the world today. And real quick, Kristi, do you know what this word means? Plonker.
Plonker?
Plonker.
It's a game on Price is Right.
Close enough.
That's
You don't
Plinko.
get the $5.
Very close.
We're going
That's
to find
Plinko.
out what plonker means, not to mention Pratt and Pillock. All
Like you
coming
come
up.
out of the room, you go, man, I really had a big plonker in there.
That does sound like it.
That would be very good, but
That's
that's
what I
not the answer.
Okay.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips. And
You think you lost money in investing? My whole people lost money in investing. Bernie Madoff came along and set us back 10,000 years. I hate that guy so much. I hate Bernie Madoff so much. Not for what he did, because I don't care about the rich. I hope they lose their money. But no, for how he looked physically. Did he have to look so Jewish while he was doing that? He's already the image of a Jew that's in every redneck's paranoid mind's eye. Just some crook-nosed Jew on top of a pile of gold coins, swimming in it like Scrooge McDuck. Like, I'm gonna take the Gentiles' money. Like, I always trip out when I see somebody that so fully embodies a stereotype like Bernie Madoff did. Like, when you see a nerd who's actually wearing a pocket protector, like, they don't even make pocket protectors anymore. Believe me, I know. That guy had to go out and hand mold the plastic resin to fit into his nerdy little pocket. Or when you're driving in traffic and somebody cuts you off and you look into the car and it is, in fact, an Asian woman, you're like, are you kidding me? Are you serious? Are you seriously going to be Asian right now? There are people watching you. Have a little bit of self-respect and don't be Asian. Like, when I'm walking along and I see a quarter on the ground, I don't pick it up. It kills me not to, but I don't do it because there's people watching. There are people watching.
Yes, you don't want to reinforce the stereotype.
No.
That's correct. You got
man.
keep it real.
Moshe Kasher is our guest.
I live in L.A. now. I live near Hollywood. I live across the street from a 99-cent store because comedy makes dreams come true.
Yes.
Yeah, they now sell a 99-cent pregnancy test. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah. How bad does one's life have to be? Like, how far down the socioeconomic ladder do you need to flop before the 99-cent pregnancy test seems like a viable health option? The 99-cent pregnancy test when you kinda have to know. So I bought one. Yeah.
Well, why not?
Just to see what would happen. I peed on the little stick.
And?
Turns out I have hepatitis C. I caught it from the test.
Wow, cool.
You know what bugs me about life?
What's that?
People who take a reasonably simple task and make it incredibly complicated, like making a full-scale Broadway show production out of drinking iced tea. That to me is really.
What's your problem? Why can't I enjoy my iced tea over here?
No, you can.
Did you bring your thermos?
I did bring my
Can
thermos.
we get a picture? Can we get a picture of the thermos sitting and Kristi standing beside it?
Yes, so they can get the actual full
Because seriously,
spectrum of how big this is.
Easily.
That's bigger than Kristi's head.
Correct me if I'm
you know
wrong.
that.
Kristi could easily sit on that and watch a sporting event.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, what's wrong with having?
You know what? I think we should have her sit on it, and we'll caption it "Sun Tea."
He's going to read some article or some idiot friend, and when I find the idiot friend who told you about this cold iced tea, I'm going to punch him right in the face. I'm going to, oh, well, you know.
Who was that guy?
The best thing to do is to be in a separate studio because
Jeff, would you like a little glass of nice iced tea?
No, thank
It's delightful.
I love iced tea.
There's no ice in it, though.
No.
God, no. That would make it.
Then it's not iced tea.
Watered down.
The ice would bruise the tea.
Yes.
No, the ice is in the cooler.
I quit. I quit.
Can we get a picture of the iced tea?
How much does this add to your morning? You had such a bad morning, you said.
Are you getting up extra early now to make your tea?
No, the tea was made last night in the car when I left this morning.
Oh.
In the car? Somebody put it in the car?
I did.
You put it in the car?
You put it in the car?
Last night.
Last night?
Yes.
How did you...
It's crazier than I thought.
How did
Really?
it
I thought it was supposed
Three
to...
letters come to mind. OCD.
those
definitely.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was supposed to brew in the refrigerator.
That's old technology.
Only with Tom, the OCD is in capital letters with big lights around each.
I thought the tea was supposed to brew in the refrigerator overnight.
First
Tom's
of all,
taking it a new step, I'm sure. Well, why not
First
have
of
it
all, what?
brew?
I call it not OCD. I call it CDO because I want the letters in alphabetical order.
Hi, this is Pat Godwin from The Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com, check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
Which is where the phrase "bejesus" came out of. There you go.
I had no idea. This is good to know.
I didn't know. So what?
Bejesus.
You scared the bejesus out of someone?
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
In a minute.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Tom has a look about him like something amazing happened in the break room. Is that correct?
You ever hear those stories about some guy who's playing golf by himself and gets a hole in one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lies. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Okay.
Because something just happened to me, and there was no one there to witness it, and
and you said it was hilarious.
I couldn't believe it.
Well, we'll believe you.
Okay, so the setup is we have this shelf.
We're ready to believe
We
you.
have this shelf system, and there's like a basket hanging, a very slender basket hanging on the right of the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
And in that are cups.
Right.
These cups right here. Yeah. So, and it's right by the Keurig thing that I use. I have sort of a separate one.
Yeah, it's sort of a separate one.
It is a
He has his
separate
own
one.
Keurig.
Because there were complaints about my problem. Anyway, in any event.
Someone made a mess.
So I grab a cup, and I drop it.
Okay.
And I do one of those things where when you drop something, you reach down and kind of whack it.
Yeah.
You know, trying to, wait a minute. And I hit it, and it goes flying up, spins around, and lands back in the cup thing right in the cups.
Nice.
I couldn't do that again. I could do that for the rest of the day and never be able to reproduce it. It didn't just, because I was kind of, wait a minute, I whack it, so maybe I can catch it, and it goes up, spins around, and lands in the basket, which is hard enough,
right
inside the other cups.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Could never reproduce that. But no one was there to witness it.
I love when stuff like that happens.
Did you look around hoping someone was behind you?
Did you see what just happened?
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that would just never, stuff like that just never happens. But there was no one there to witness it. So, anyway, so sorry. We have Chick McGee over there.
Well, you know what time it is.
It's time to review what we learned in yesterday's show.
It's time to review what we learned on yesterday's show, brought to you by Hyundai. The all-new Hyundai 2024 Santa Fe, equipped for adventure with capable features like H-Track all-wheel drive and standard third-row seating.
Okay.
Oh, that's great, actually.
Tom yesterday announced, and he said this before, but he's very proud of it, and he really won't stop talking about it. He saw Duke Ellington one time at an airport.
You brought it up.
How did I bring it up?
You denied it.
You know what? I think I did bring it up now that you mention it.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was walking
because Duke was wearing a jacket much like a general.
He was wearing a beautiful overcoat. I remember he was incredibly well groomed,
like a camel hair $5,000.
Yeah, and
trench.
I think something. If memory serves, I believe it was camel hair.
I bet it was.
And the next time I saw someone do that, it was Bruce Dern in the movie The King of Marvin Gardens. That may be
wearing the overcoat without your arms in the sleeves.
And it looks like, but the thing is that it gives that I'm wearing a cape look.
Yep. Sure.
But Duke Ellington, he had this entourage, and I remember, and they were behind him, and it looked like he was in a Chris Craft with a beautiful wake.
Must have been pretty exciting.
I was a kid, but it was like, oh my God, that's Duke Ellington.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known Duke Ellington when I was a kid, would you?
Oh, when I was a kid? No.
He was very famous, and obviously the man was a musical genius.
Well, yes, but...
You have to admit that you drawing some sort of analogy between seeing Duke Ellington and Chris Kraft isn't normal. You have to realize
I was more proud of the fact that the next time I saw that, it was Bruce Dern in The King of Marvin Gardens, which is a very obscure movie, but certainly worth watching.
That's not bad.
And, and Jack Nicholson, remember the name of his talk show in that?
I don't.
It was called Et Cetera.
Really?
Again, I'd like to say hello to the only person, if there's anyone out there that recognized that reference.
Tom pointed out Billy Idol still has the same look today. Blonde, spiky hair.
Well, it's because Billy Idol, you used the phrase, what was it, California sober? Someone did.
Yeah.
It was in the story somewhere.
And that was a headline of a story about Billy Idol. I happen to enjoy his music. I heard he's a really nice guy.
Eyes without a face. Yeah, that's a rocker.
Oh, White Wedding? Come on. That's a great riff.
Nope. Pacers coach Rick Carlisle ejected from Game 2 loss to the Knicks. He got mouthy with the refs, and they gave him the old heave-ho.
Well, Rick was right.
Tom got a new wallet, and he's still wallet shopping. He has a new wallet on the way.
You know who told me about that?
I did.
Chick McGee?
I did.
Who told you to get a new wallet?
Me.
Greg Hahn on the show yesterday went to Florida State. Now he lives in Pompano Beach.
Yes.
You know, something, he brings joy to me. And I find him as funny as any human being on earth.
And Greg has a ham candle in his new apartment.
And it's shaped like a ham,
And
right?
you can see...
and it's shaped like a ham.
Let's give him the just plug. He's Hilarities this weekend in Cleveland. And then next weekend at the Comedy Caravan with Willie G.
In Louisville, yeah.
Thank you.
Al Jackson's quiz yesterday for Tom. Clapped. Remember what that meant? That was the word Al gave you. Clapped.
Yeah, and it's not the venereal disease.
It was destroyed, and then post and ghost. No response to, you don't care if you, but you post something and you don't.
That's a social media thing.
Right.
I don't participate.
Right.
That doesn't help me.
Kristi said, and she was absolutely correct, there were way too many guys on yesterday's show.
Man, there was a lot of testosterone in this room.
As Gunnar calls it, a sausage fest.
Yeah, it's going to be like that again today.
Sorry, Kristi. Coming up today, it'll be Rob Maher, Dave Koechner, and Bert Kreischer. Yep, that's a sausage fest, all right.
Reno yesterday said the blonde on Scooby-Doo was hot. And, Josh, you remember how you corrected him?
Do you mean Fred?
He's the only blonde on Scooby-Doo.
After he had red hair.
After he had red hair.
What a great moment.
Hey, brunette.
And it really crushed Reno. Oh, dear God.
Tom, once again, and I don't understand this, hates room service and eating in his bed will never happen. He hates all of that. I don't know why or what the problem is, but you don't like it.
You know, Joe DiMaggio was the king of room service.
How do you know this stuff?
Because I read a book about Joe DiMaggio. Interesting guy. He
probably couldn't go out in public.
There should be a book called The History of Fame. And he was so famous he couldn't go anywhere.
You've got to stop
reading,
obscuring yourself.
Sorry,
really.
No, but I just dislike room service.
He's still talking.
I was in a beautiful hotel in Chicago a couple of weeks ago. Went to see Mike Birbiglia. By the way, tremendous show. And I know you go down to the beautiful restaurant in the hotel. You go out and get coffee somewhere. You're in a. Who wants to stay crammed up in their room unless there's someone that's famous and they can't get,
Maybe they're having hot sex and don't want to leave.
I doubt it.
What if it's 1 in the morning and you're hungry?
Yeah.
If it's 1 in the morning and you're hungry, okay, maybe, but why are you hungry at 1 in the morning? What kind of nefarious activity would that?
You just got back from Big Birbiglia.
Yeah, and
what he said was Birbiglia.
I went to see Birbigs, and then our hotel was 100 yards away from the Chicago Theater, and we just went to the restaurant there, had a nice snack.
I hesitate to mention this next item that we learned on yesterday's show, but I believe I've checked the rules, and there's no way I can edit or make any changes to the list that I'm given. So here we go. Kelly doesn't care to speak to Tom during daylight hours.
No, she's not
That's your significant other.
That.
Early in the morning when I'm getting up to go into work at 3 a.m.
Well, of course she doesn't talk to you then, right?
But sometimes we'll pass like ships in the night. If she has to go to the bathroom. I don't say.
Again, with the Chris Craft and the ships and the ocean and the water.
You don't say anything like, taking an old dumperoo, honey?
Oh my
Nothing like that?
goodness.
Leaving a
No, Josh, but
talker in there.
But I will be sure to share that with her. The dumperoo is a reference to
something cute, something fun for her to enjoy.
Pat, do you Pat? Sorry, let me rephrase this. In fact, I'll switch around here. Kristi?
Yes?
In the early morning hours, do you converse with Andy, your husband?
No, I sneak out of there like a ninja.
See? Me too.
Sure, yeah.
Now, Josh, in the event that you have a stayover, if you will, do you chat with whoever this person might be at 4 in the morning?
Sure. Yeah, what the hell are you doing here? I paid you already.
Lady?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be gone.
I ain't paying you to sleep.
That's not one of my egos, is it?
Don't make me knock that out of your hand. Ace Cosby's joke yesterday was met with several comments, including, I don't understand, from someone yesterday, which was interesting.
I see.
And today we're going to have Dave Koechner and Bert Kreischer. And Jeff Oskay is going to be on the show today.
Yes,
and also, if you know more things, Bert, go to bertbertbert.com.
Okay, now I wanted to mention a couple things. First of all, Mr. Godwin and Mr. Oskay on the road today.
Oh, yeah.
And the big gig is at Cacciatore's, Philly in New York tomorrow night.
Yipper.
If you're anywhere near there and missed that, something's wrong with you.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great show. They've got incredible food. And I'll remind the chef that Pat won't eat until after he's done. So
That's correct.
They're going to have to put it in aluminum foil.
Is Cacciatore a dish? Do we know?
Chicken Cacciatore.
Yeah. Chicken. It's got chicken and I'm guessing pasta. Is that?
Yeah,
I'm just not
tomatoes.
exactly sure what Cacciatore is.
It sounds like a word that in the Marx Brothers, it sounds like a word that Chico would use. It's Cacciatore.
That's irrelevant.
How did I get my pajamas? Wait a minute, you forgot the setup.
Cacciatore, a meal prepared with onions, herbs, tomatoes, peppers, Italian cuisine, braised chicken or rabbit.
Oh.
Or lamb.
I don't eat the rabbit.
Capon. And also abbiaccio, whatever that is. A-B-B-A-C-H-I.
Pat, have you warned them that you're a vegan now?
No, I don't need to do that.
Oh, so I think
I don't bother people.
To be polite, you should eat whatever they give you.
No, I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on. Give yourself what is it called? A break?
Day.
There'll be plenty for you to enjoy. There's salad and wonderful
salads
stuff.
and pasta.
Yeah, great. You go to an Italian restaurant, I'd like the salad, please, and a rifle. I'll be swallowing both.
Every time that's the salad is one of my favorite courses in an Italian restaurant.
Sure.
It's always,
yeah, but then then it's time to eat the good stuff.
The gabagool and the...
Coming from a man who eats salad all the time.
That's right. But
You're tired of it, aren't you?
No, but if I went to Cacciatore's, I'd eat whatever the hell amazing food.
Like a nice lasagna?
We missed a couple things yesterday. We had the husband that was breastfeeding.
Yeah.
That's
you know why?
Disturbing.
It made me ill.
That picture is
unpleasant.
awful.
And a little ill.
And the headline,
I'm up for anything.
And the headline was something like, the woman's breastfeeding her husband and they want to have another kid so she can breastfeed him again. And that's not the reason to have a child. The reason to have another child, of course, is to save your marriage. We all know that.
Exactly.
Who wants to take that one?
Yeah,
Anybody.
It's very...
Anybody. By a show of hands. Okay, thank you. Too hot to touch.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
I suggest that if he wants your bodily fluids, try peeing on him. It's a much better idea. Let's see.
All right.
We had the pink dildo assault. Can't forget about that.
Oh, who got hit with a pink dildo?
A lady in the face by her awful boyfriend.
By her boyfriend.
Yeah. The cops came in. And,
all right. Yeah.
He'll be getting...
Yeah, that guy sounded like a scumbag.
Yeah, he'll be... It won't be a dildo. He'll be meeting in prison. We had the giant radio flyer yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
It's for sale. If you'd like to buy a huge wagon that's actually street legal. Any takers on that? Do you have to get strapped in, or can you have the kids just sit around like you would on a wagon? Coming up, we have a fascinating story about new cars.
Yeah.
Are they shaped like radio flyers?
No, they're shaped like real cars, but there's something interesting about them. And I think my favorite story yesterday was the alligator in the Starbucks drive-thru.
He's down the road, man.
I mean,
was he there for like a venti, like a cold brew? What was he having?
Yeah. 85 cake pops, please.
Thank you.
Shaped like an old lady.
He was the Northport Fire Rescue Squad in Florida had to get rid of that gator.
Yeah.
Do you think they have the pastries at the Gator Bakery are shaped like people?
Yes, they are, yeah. Little dogs, old
I see
ladies.
the guy at the bakery, hands on the case, looking out. It's an alligator. Can I help you? We got some new grandmas in. And,
You never see the newspaper for. They've probably gone digital for
the
Gator
news.
community. Yeah, yeah, but
Gator Times.
The fire department had to move the Gator, but this is what disturbed me about this. Here's the exact sentence. Northport fire rescue crews responded to the coffee shop to safely relocate the Gator to a nearby pond. Again, wouldn't you want him relocated to a distant pond so he doesn't come back tomorrow
Sure.
for his cappuccino?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Take him far away. And again, I received some hate mail. I mentioned that they caught the Gator using a cat that they just rescued from a tree for bait. It was a joke. They didn't use a little kitty for bait. That would be immoral. Lastly, we learned about the guy in India who the Indian government has this rule that you've got to have a voting booth within a mile and 1.2 miles of every resident.
Yeah, so they went out to the forest to get this guy's vote.
So this guy lives like in tiger country or something, and they had to send 8 people out there so this one guy could vote. He probably came out and said, I just did a write-in for myself. Oh, great. Okay,
How would he know who the candidates are?
He's still doing it.
He's doing the accent. I mean, it's fine. It's the world's largest democracy. I certainly appreciate that. But I think it's incumbent upon the voter to at least try to accommodate the system so they don't have to spend $50,000 so one guy can vote. I'm just saying. Well, maybe invest that money in some flush toilets. How about that?
It's the epitome of the we met well law, I think. And you can't. Let's not lose that. But let's.
Wouldn't even the funniest thing be
Gotta mail it in or something.
He came out and said, "I just voted undecided." What?
Please believe me.
Okay,
you
I know.
have to stop that.
Well, that's how people talk. It's
fact. Yes, but you don't talk that way.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to do
more sports coming up, including the NBA playoffs roll on. Cavaliers and Mavs get wins last night, and we'll hear from Luka Doncic and one of the reporters having sex.
The Mavericks?
Nope. Not the Mavericks. Nope.
Am I the only one that enjoyed that?
You're the only one for a lot of stuff.
Well, that's your childhood memory, not ours.
But I know that you insist that everyone had the same memory, but that's not the case.
Hey, anyone out there listening, if you have time, please email me that you also called the TV show with James Garner Maverick. Thank you. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Perhaps you got a little stress in your life? Yup. Perhaps therapy is something you may be thinking about, but it's too complicated and you got to go across town and blah, blah. Wait a minute. How about a better idea? That's what BetterHelp is all about, accessing therapy in a much more elegant manner because it's done online. And it can be done with BetterHelp like a Zoom call, like a FaceTime call. You can do it just like you're talking on the phone. You can do it texting back and forth. It's about what works for you. And the way it works is you fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with one of some 36,000 plus therapists. And you can switch therapists anytime, no additional charge. And the idea, of course, is that you do the therapy online. So, again, it's you can do it in the privacy of wherever you want to be. That's the simple aspect of BetterHelp. But you're still getting quality therapy, and you're doing it one-on-one. And again, it's done online. So get it off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show. The /BT Show part will knock 10% off that first month. So it's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we're going to learn what the word plonker means. And it does sound like something from a game show, Kristi. I'll give you that. Or a toss pot. Or toe rag. Oh, God. It's also in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and
I was part of the team that launched the first low salt, low sugar peanut butter into the category. It was called Simply Jif. It was targeted towards diabetics. I wanted to call it type 2 peanut goo, but yeah, of course you don't feel good, Greg. You ate an entire rotisserie chicken at 11:30 at night. You shoved the whole thing in your fat face in 6 minutes, Greg. I think you ate the rubber band that holds the legs together. I mean, come on. My birth certificate? That document is 54 years old. I also don't have the Declaration of Independence. Because I don't know if you've ever seen an organic peanut butter kid go off the deep end. It is not pretty. Okay, these kids, they spend 18 years eating it, then they go off to college. They have one bite of a Jif sandwich. 6 weeks later, they're passed out on a park bench with Nutter Butters all over their face.
Tell us more about scatting.
Well, it's it's like in the traditional jazz sense. It's the scooter beat a bada. But I mean, I don't do that. I do it to classic rock only.
Right. The most famous scat is probably the worst ever.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra, a great artist, but the doobie, one of the worst, terrible scats. But
but I mean, it's hard. Like if you're in the car and you're listening to Led Zeppelin, it's hard not to do the bow bow ban doom doom cack doom bum ban on bum bow down doom cack cack doo. So
brilliant. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got the notoriety came from the AC/DC, which really took sale, which is the dum 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 Bidun babwayon all dum dun dun padum 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 dun Bidun babwayon all and my girlfriend's like, most people sing the lyrics.
That's true.
Okay, I can scat Amos Moses by Jerry Reed.
Oh yeah,
let's hear it.
Please.
On that note, we have to go. Thanks for joining us.
Hunting alligator down in the swamp.
Biggerstaff. Are there a lot of
Biggerstaff is my last name.
Yeah.
It's a German name. It means probably going home alone tonight.
Do you get the porn jokes with that one?
Always.
Oh, yeah. All the time.
Is your middle name looking for a?
You know what? I was doing...
looking for a. That
Bob
looking for a Biggerstaff.
I wish you had a.
That wouldn't be good.
I wish
I got it.
I wish I had a.
Get this. I'm doing a show a couple weeks ago. Girl comes up to me after the show. She's like,
wow.
Hot chick. Amazing.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Play along.
Yeah. Then what happened?
She's like, Biggerstaff. She goes, that's my last name too. And she shows me her license. Right? She's like, we've got to be related. She's like, we're gonna party tonight.
Oh yeah.
And one of the other comedians is like, hey man, I think you got a shot with her. I'm like,
You're long lost.
I don't know. When the conversation starts with "we've got to be related," probably not going to end with me having sex with her.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm going to try.
Sure. Yeah, because you're a guy.
Sure. Right.
I know how these things end.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
Yeah, first cousin or not.
Yeah,
that's a myth. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, Roy Wood Jr., you are a junior, obviously.
Yes.
When you went into showbiz in the beginning, you had the option of going with Roy Wood or going with the Roy Wood Jr.
I started in '98, and that was like the back end of the Def Jam boom and the comic view boom for black comedy. So every black comic was named after food or their name was a verb. Give it up for tripping.
Tripping?
Tripping. He be tripping.
If I trip, then I'm tripping.
Give it up for Slappy. I didn't want to be that.
Wow. I'm not
Slappy Wood Jr.
I often give it up for Slappy.
Come on, Slappy Wood.
And I mean,
Slappy Wood.
Yes, solo. All those.
This is Captain Thompson.
Hey, Captain, how are you?
Captain, how are you?
We're doing great. We doing a lot of experiments up here.
Yeah, we were just reading about the one involving the frog.
The South African clawed frogs. The eggs are about to hatch any moment now, aren't they?
Very excited. As a matter of fact, it looks like they might be hatching about now.
Oh, good.
You people might be the first ones on Earth to hear what's going on.
Well, great.
There they come.
This is exciting.
Some little critter coming out of there. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, God! Help me!
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom Radio.
There's a trend that I've been noticing in watching the news that who are these people that protest death row inmates when the prisoner wants to die? The word nosy comes to mind. It's inhumane. It's inhumane. Oh, yeah, because he was real human. A lot of humans keep a freezer full of heads. They're so self-righteous out there on the picket line. Stop the killing. Stop the killing. No, I think you're missing the point here. He wants to die. State wants him dead. Families want him dead. Oh, but you want him to live. Fine. He can live with you. And when he's done drinking soup out of your skull, dabbing his mouth with your peace pamphlet, we'll come by, put a bullet in his head, and the world will have 2 less psychos to worry about.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
Well, I woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you are listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Very excited. Tell you more soon.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Pat Godwin, Kristi Lee. There's Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, and Chick. Hello, Tom. How's it going over there?
Good. Should Pat and Oskay get going right now?
Where are they going? Oh, you mean to New York?
Here we go. They're driving.
They can't leave now.
They're driving to Cacciatore's.
We have failed Dimension News coming up. They can't leave.
We've got great guests. We don't really need them, do we?
Yes, we do.
Oh, sorry. Pat, very excited for the show. It's going to be great. You and Oskay at Cacciatore's, nearly in New York. A lot of fun. Anyone who can hear us anywhere near there, if you're not going, what's wrong with you?
I have a story.
What is it?
Yesterday I came home from work. And,
work in quotes.
Yeah. And my husband is standing outside with our friend Mike, our contractor handyman guy. I go, what's going on? There's a bird in our house.
Oh. Well, that's demonic possession. I mean, look.
Okay.
I go, basic knowledge.
So we need to get the bird out of the house. That would make sense to me.
Grab your tennis racket and go for it.
Well, I said, did you open all the doors? And well, it's in the kitchen. I go, well, let's take the screens out of the kitchen windows and shoo it out. Well, by the time I got into the kitchen, it flew into the living room, and we were hoping we didn't want it to go upstairs. That was the big deal. So anyway, like a chick story, I tell a story so well. We opened the front door, it flew out. 3 hours later, I'm laying on the couch, and I hear this. Another bird in the basement, stuck. I had to get this one sitting in on a shelf in the pantry, like a thing, looking at me like, oh, hey, what's going on?
You got a hole in your house, right?
What the hell? Where are these birds coming from that are in my basement? Because there's no window in the basement. It's like an old, the house is over 80 years old, so it's like a cellar. It's like, icky down there. I don't go down there. So where are these birds coming from? This one I did get to fly out of the window. He didn't fly around much, but...
Oh, you're still not sure where they're coming, how they're getting in?
No.
They'll get you at night. You'll get the old pecker in the face.
Birds attack at night. Yeah.
It's
right,
like,
Josh? Is now they get you.
It's like an Alfred Hitchcock film. Like they just kept coming.
And they peck you in the face.
They don't peck you.
Well, they go for the eyes. Yeah, they want to go for the eyes.
They peck your eyes out.
Yeah. Ask Tippi Hedren. Killed her.
Yeah.
I know.
And her career.
Yeah.
Well, I think old Alfred had a few things. Okay. You don't sleep with me, I'll start talking to other directors about hiring you.
Yeah. I'll bet he was a great lay, huh?
What if they have a nest down there and they have babies or something? Now I'm worried.
Certainly could be.
You can adopt them.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
Okay.
What kind of birds were they? Little robins?
No.
Hang on a second. Thanks, Pat.
Starlings?
Just when I was done.
They like a green head and a black body.
Oh, the green-headed black body.
Oh, yeah.
They're very rare. And
those are poisonous.
Yeah, and yes, incredibly poisonous.
And I believe they have jaws. They have razor-like teeth.
What is it? Do they call it venom? I forget what the word is.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's instantaneous.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
It paralyzes you, but you can still feel everything they do to you.
Yeah, you can't move. Yeah,
it's like curare. The famous curare surgery. Ever hear that story?
And I don't want to. NBA last night, Donovan Mitchell scored 29. Evan Mobley had 21, 10 boards. Helped the Cavaliers beat the Celtics. You heard me. 118-94 at the Garden. in beautiful Boston. So if you'd have told me this, I would have said, you're a liar. Jason Tatum.
They call him the Tater.
That's right. He had 25 points. And Luka Doncic in Oklahoma City had 29, 10 boards, 7 assists. The Mavericks defeated the Oklahoma City Thunder 119-110 last night to even the Western Conference semi. That one's also a game apiece. And at the news conference after the game, Luka was discussing some things that happened during the game. And, well, just listen for yourself, and we'll take questions here in just a moment. Here's Luka.
We were open shots, so just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think?
Whoa. What's going on in the background there?
That's a great question.
I think I have a theory.
Go right ahead, and I know a theory, and I bet it's the same one. Go ahead.
Okay, Kristi, you have a theory.
Yeah, somebody turned their phone on and had porn on it or something.
I agree with you.
Nope, somebody turned their phone on and it had porn on it.
Yeah,
exactly what I.
And it was really loud. Once again, let's listen. Here's Luka.
We were open shots, so just our sharing the ball and our energy was great.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think
brutal.
I think it's someone being stabbed, like in that Ohio Players song.
Oh.
Isn't that the Ohio Players song where there's someone
roller coaster?
Love roller coaster where someone is stabbed in the studio.
You have got the market cornered on obscure today.
Oh, that's
you are killing it.
It's really special this morning.
Yeah,
I can't tell
it's really
if
special. Something.
I'm trying to figure out if you've been lobotomized or
Yeah.
you need to be.
I don't know. I don't know if someone said, you need to turn up the obscure.
Okay.
People really enjoy that. I don't know if that happened and we weren't aware of it.
How about something contemporary?
Well, I doubt that seriously.
Porn on a phone is pretty contemporary.
Contemporary.
Okay. Yeah. Love roller coaster. It's a simple fact. Google it. This is 15 seconds of Greg Hahn from yesterday's show. Ready? Here we go.
I want to date a girl that makes my friends' wives furious. That's what I want. You know what I mean? She's not wearing enough clothes. She's younger than you are.
Yep.
She's a poor reflection of you.
Yep.
And then I want to show up with her again at the next event. She's wearing even less.
There you go. There you go. The kind of girl that Greg Hahn wants to date.
There you go. And yesterday, Charles Barkley took exception with the New York Knicks feeling like they're entitled. They're such and such doesn't stink. And he, during the TNT NBA broadcast, he and Shaq got into it, discussed it, didn't get into it, but as you'll hear, Charles had a couple things to say about New York City, and here it is now.
Y'all think y'all the greatest thing since sliced bread? Tell them, Chuck. Come on, y'all ain't that good in New York. What else, Chuck? Come on, man. Y'all overrated. What else, Chuck? It's because y'all make good pizza and good bagels. And what else, Chuck? And what else, crime? Hey, hold on, Chuck. Don't forget about the... So, they can't, I ain't gonna say anything bad about the street meat.
Street meat.
I love the street meat.
The street meat.
New York Knicks.
Hookers?
Women. This ain't good. Even if you got no idea.
Street meat. It's food sold on the street. It's not hookers.
No, I think he's talking about women.
No, he's not.
Y'all think y'all the greatest thing since sliced bread?
Listen,
Come on, y'all
let
ain't
it
that
play.
good in New York. What else, Chuck? Come on, man. Y'all overrated. What else, Chuck? It's because y'all make good pizza and good bagels. And what else, Chuck? And what else, crime? Hey, hold on, Chuck. Don't forget about the... So, they can't, I ain't gonna say anything bad about the street meat.
Did they cut him?
I love the street meat. The New York Knicks. I don't care what kind of meat it is either. It ain't good. Even if you got no idea it is. What rat, dog, cat, skunk, raccoon. Just put that white sauce on it.
Put the white sauce on it. Chuck's eating it. Yep.
Okay. Did they censor him there?
No, it's not like it was a Shaq that just kind of let it fade off.
It was absolutely live.
Okay, so street meat is not professional prostitution.
No.
That's what I would assume it would be if someone said street meat.
It certainly sounds like a gross but a fair slang for it. Yeah.
And New York pizza, highly overrated.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, I lived there for a long time. No, it's not that good. I don't know where they get this by the slice crap.
I always enjoy that. Yeah,
raised by the slice.
I feel somehow this is my fault. I'm
just saying it
got him started on how awful New York pizza is.
It's not awful. It's just not.
Caitlin Clark makes her Indiana Fever in Indianapolis debut last night. We'll talk about it. We'll be back.
Okay, and we're going to learn some interesting slang terms that perhaps are even outside of the realm of knowledge of one Al Jackson. For example, do you know what a pillock is? Well, you're going to find out. We got some cool stuff coming up. Also, some interesting NASA news, as usual, and more. It's all coming up in the Bob and Tom Show. And this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Indianapolis Men's Clinic now. 999-9000.
Tell the story again, and I always love the story about when you and Cheryl were playing, and the day that you finally, the day that she quit playing one-on-one against you.
You mean when I finally beat her?
Yes.
This is Reggie's sister,
a couple years ago.
She wasn't going to play anymore.
Well, when I sent her shot into my mom's rose garden, we started playing horse.
Right.
But you got to remember, Cheryl was always 2 to 3 inches taller as we were growing up. So I started to catch her in height my freshman and sophomore year of high school. So up until that point, Cheryl dominated me. But she dominated everyone, though. I don't feel so bad.
Didn't she score how many did she score that one night? You scored, what was it?
45.
45. She came in and...
You know, I'm gloating. Because we had played in the away gym. She had played at the home gym. So my dad was with her at their game, and my mom was with me. So we get in the car. Hey, I had my best game ever. 40, 45 points. Strider started. Strider, what did you do tonight? And she looked at my dad and kind of looked down. My dad's like, oh, she had a pretty good game. I was like, oh, yeah, but I bet it wasn't 40, 45. No, she had a really good game. Well, what's really good? She had 105.
By herself?
I'm like, the team scored 105? No, son. Cheryl scored
105 points.
I bet that record still stands.
I believe it does. They beat that team 179 to 12.
God.
The point guard, which is still a record, had 39 assists. I mean, it was like crazy numbers.
We were reviewing the fantasy date with Ralph and Kristi Lee. And interestingly enough, Ralph said you'd pick her up in your Mini Cooper.
Yeah, pick her up in the Cooper.
Take her to a sushi place.
Take her to a sushi place and
ask her about her day and what she's interested in.
And then a little dancing.
Yeah. That's impressive.
And see when you're dealing with
you dancing.
Oh yeah, you got to go dancing. You got to let your hair down. Oh yeah. Touch her a lot.
Are you drinking?
You drinking more than me. Yes, indeed.
Well, back up one. Touching her a lot.
Yeah, you touch her
when you dance.
What I know about Kristi, and you can feel out whether a woman likes to be touched. You know, and you touch her, you just make body contact, but not like you're trying to feel her up, but just put your hand on her back every now and then. You know. And on the small of her back.
Let it slide down.
No, it's just you can feel it.
No, you are.
Now let me ask you,
a woman is like an instrument.
What would you wear?
Practically nothing.
If we're going to sushi, don't wear a suit. Don't put a suit on. You know, it's just casual. Just put a nice summer sweater on or something like that.
You wear cologne?
Just a little bit, not too much.
What kind do you wear?
I go with Gucci Envy. You know,
really? Do you have that on now?
Yeah.
Kristi, give him a snort.
Get in there.
And
oh my God!
Did you lick him? Did you lick him?
I think she did. That was nice.
Tom's gonna get whipped.
I gotta hit that.
Yes, you do, Tom.
It's very clean.
Really good. This is creepy.
You know that I'm getting a little creeped out here. Look at that.
Tom, you look Tom, you look like your adopted son has just graduated college. You're over there.
And this is the one from Cambodia, and this is the one from Africa.
I want to smell Kristi now.
I didn't put on anything.
That was hilarious.
Oh my God!
That smells good, Ralph.
Does Ralph smell better than Kristi?
No,
he's wearing cologne. I'm not. That's not fair.
Kristi smells like her shampoo. She smells good. But no, Ralph you smell great. What's that stuff called?
It's called Gucci Envy.
It's very clean smell.
Yeah, it's nice.
That is not bad.
Not overpowering.
And see, men have a tendency to put it on until they can smell it. You're not supposed to.
No.
You spray it in the air just in front of you and walk through it.
That's right.
That is always enough. Just spray one time. Don't spray 4 or 5.
Spray and walk.
Just one time.
See, I'm not a cologne person.
And trust that other people.
Now, when you walk through, when you spray it, do you spray high?
No, you spray it low.
You got to spray below your eyes,
neck
Bob,
and
or
chest
you'll burn.
level.
And then
neck and
do you
chest level.
sprint through it real quick before it hits the ground? How do you do that? I've
But
never
how
heard
fast
of that.
are you going?
Yeah,
You stand there on the ready like it's a sprint.
So you spray and then otherwise you're going to have penis in there. My goodness, it smells good.
Gonna hit you right now.
So you got to move while it's kind of.
Right.
I mean,
If
if
you're
you're,
spraying-
if you're spraying chest high and walking through it, I'm sorry, you're going to be
Well,
in the
see,
boys.
the
That's
other
it,
thing
huh?
about scents is that women love to explore too. So if they catch it, and then they'll try to go and look for it again a little later.
Oh, really?
Like, where was that?
Well,
You are an
maybe I should
amazing
just
guy.
coat it in.
I was raised by wolves, so I understand women.
Okay.
I understand women a little
That's
bit.
really.
Apple pie that we had, it was so thick and beautiful. I just ate it like a piece of pizza.
Wait a minute. So you ate a pie by cutting it into triangular pieces and eating it one by one?
Like a
What a weirdo!
Like a pizza.
No, like without a fork is what I meant. You pick it up and you eat it like a piece of pizza. You dick.
I recently got married, and
boy.
Yeah, and my wife changed her name. I know some women have a problem with that, but I wanted her to have my old girlfriend's name.
She must really love you.
Call me old-fashioned, but
Hell, you got the tattoo. Why not?
my wife actually got pregnant on our wedding night.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, not by me. It was a crazy night. But either way, I'm getting a brother. So. Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I don't think her parents like me though, because apparently when you meet someone's mother, you're not supposed to hug her and go, "Oh yeah."
Hi, this is Mike McRae, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Calm.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the Silac News Desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Hello, Josh.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. Here's Tom.
Patty G getting ready to hit the gas pedal.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's going to be Cacciatore's in Illy in New York tonight with Mr. Oskay and Mr. Pat Godwin.
Pat, I think you're going to have to just get up and go now because he's going to be worried that you're not going to make it. So
we're going to make it. Oh, you got 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah. All right.
That'll be a lovely trip.
And then coming up on this show today, Dave Koechner, Rob Maher, and Bert Kreischer will all be joining us. But right now we turn back to the sports page.
Caitlin Clark, new home arena last night. Number 22 shirts and jerseys all over floor to ceiling. And big crowd last night. The Fever win 83-80 over the Atlanta Dream. Just an amazing. She can actually great basketball game last night. There were 4 Atlanta Dreams around her, and she just blew right past them took her right to the bucket.
All right.
She doesn't care.
Impressive.
She knows how to do. And the WNBA has formally announced a plan to begin using charter flights on a full-time basis. This comes just days after Commissioner Kathy Engelbert Humperdinck told sports editors at a meeting in New York City on Tuesday that the league will make the transition to charter flights as soon as we can get planes in places.
And Ace, you observed the following. What was it about?
I was reading an article about it, and some of the players are going to miss the Sky Miles.
They're going to miss the Sky Miles from going. That's pretty funny.
Delta Airlines will be the primary transportation provider for the program, which will cost about $25 million a year over the next 2 seasons. Thrilled to announce the launch of a full charter program as soon as practical for the 24-25 season.
It's $25 million, 26 if they want to take their luggage.
Oh, man, they always get you.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's just a shame.
Is that right?
They nickel and dime you.
$500 for a bag or something?
Yeah, I'd like to implement.
You got to buy your bag of seed. Why don't they do that? That's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
I'd like to implement something at the airport.
What?
When the thing's going around the
carousel,
caravan, whatever it's called.
The carousel. Baggage carousel.
Baggage caravan.
Great story, Tom.
Baggage carousel.
I'd like to limit the number of people that can go get their families' bags.
Oh.
You don't have to have grandma and everybody up there crowding around. When just assign one person to go out there and scout for your bag. Just saying. Kind of bothers me that I can never get up there because grab him on the wheelchair and everybody else standing right there, or sitting in her case. I'm sorry, back to you.
Grandma does have trouble standing at this point in her life. Exactly.
Poor Grandma.
Bowels.
I think it's one of the airplane movies where the people are on the carousel.
Hilarious.
And the bags are all sitting there.
Well, that was one of the cut rate airlines, right? Is that how they arrive in the like Spirit Air or something? I don't know. A Texas man has reclaimed the Guinness World Record for the oldest person to tandem skydive. Here we go again. Al.
You can call me Al.
You put Al in this.
Blaschke.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not. They call him Al. Took back the title at the age of 106 in 327 days. 3 years older than the previous record.
Mine again.
Is this the...
Take me like a dog.
Is this that record?
No, that was a woman.
An old woman.
Yeah, elderly woman that had the... and I believe she died a week later.
She did?
What? Yeah, you're right. She did.
I think she...
She did not.
I'm glad she was able to do what she wanted to do before she passed.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I want to skydive before I die. She does it, then kicks.
I heard this guy when he jumped. As soon as he didn't say "take me like a dog," Elvis. He said, "Just don't open the chute. What the hell? I'm done."
Yeah. The only reason I get up this high is to remind God I'm still here.
Don't pull.
All of my friends are dead. Following his record-breaking jump from 9,000 feet, well, that's not that high. I mean, you could probably make it from now without a chute.
What's the death zone? 60 feet, 70 feet? What?
Exactly.
You got up anything with thousands in it, you're going to die without the chute.
Have you seen the guy who jumps out of a plane drinking a Red Bull? And I have seen that. No parachute, no nothing. He just jumps out of the plane. He's skydiving with a bunch of people. So they go down and catch him, fly Superman style, if you believe it.
Oh, my goodness.
And they hold on to him and they pull their chute. But, yeah,
that's not worth it.
He jumped out of a plane without a parachute.
Whoa.
There's another guy who did that and landed in a net.
What?
Yes, this is absolutely true.
A net who?
There was a net down there, and they had first off they were not only afraid that he would miss the net,
sure,
because they were also afraid he would break his back landing in the net improperly.
Oh,
so he had to keep all these things.
How big was the net?
It was big. I mean, it is big. Yeah,
we had this. Remember the story we had a couple years ago with the human cannonball guy, and he missed the net.
Oh boy,
yeah, that didn't end well, did it?
Well, there was a funeral. If that's
but the guy lived, and it's fine. But unbelievable that he did that.
Ugh.
Was he wearing one of those suits? Those where you?
It looked like he was wearing kind of a skydiving suit, but not like
not the one with the wings. Where
no.
you? Okay.
Crazy.
I have all. How did he maneuver himself so he'd land in the net? Or they just hope for the best when he jumps out?
It's like when he gets to a certain height above the net, he like turns so that he lands on his back, and it's crazy. I mean, there's plenty of video of it out there. It's nuts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this guy was 106 years old.
That's what it says.
That's really impressive.
Almost 107, 106 and 327
It was
days.
great. For the first time in his life, he had no wrinkles in his face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, his cheeks were making a DA in the back. The old haircut, the duck's ass. You know the DA, right?
I'm familiar with the look, yes.
What's a DA?
You never know what DA is?
No, it's a district attorney.
When the hair comes together.
It was the greaser thing where you'd grease your hair back and it would meet in the middle, look like a duck's ass. I'm serious. I'm not making it up. If you Google DA,
why would I doubt
district attorney?
Yeah, you will. But if you Google duck's ass haircut, you may actually.
And by the way, I prefer district attorneys to. What is the
district's attorney?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you mean the correct way?
Yeah. No.
No, district attorneys is the correct way.
It is.
Attorneys general.
Oh, that's the one.
Right.
That bugs me.
Yeah.
And then
mothers-in-law, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's
Same
right.
thing, right? Yeah.
Okay.
RBI.
Oh, I like RBIs.
I know.
I like ATM machines. I know what the M stands for.
I don't think I should be encouraging you getting out in the weeds because, man, you were out there today. So we should probably reel you back in.
So this old dude lived? Is that what happened?
Good for him.
So far, as we're speaking, as far as I know, he's alive.
If I somehow live to 106, I hope to be able to climb the stairs, let alone skydive.
Yeah, a tandem bicycle for me would be at my age, for God's sake. Man. I have a tandem, though. Want to come over ride bikes with me?
Yeah, I've told you I'd do it. But isn't it for Like, isn't it more for kids?
You'd have to be in the back.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
Tom has a tandem bike. You want to go ride with him?
You've ridden on that, haven't you, Pat?
I don't know that it actually counts as a tandem. Does the second seat, all right, so I do this with you. Will I be able to pedal?
Yeah.
There are two sets of pedals?
Yeah.
That's a tandem bike, all right.
I thought, Kristi, I thought you borrowed it forever and didn't ever give it back. That's what I
didn't borrow it. My ex-husband borrowed it for the kids.
Oh.
Did he give it back? He gave it back.
Is it a good way for the kids to learn?
Yeah.
Or do they just go along for the run?
Well, it's a good way for them to pretend that they're pedaling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
I'm doing all the work on the hills.
Yeah.
That's fun.
What if someone pedals faster? Does it get crazy?
It gets crazy anyway, Pat.
The bike breaks in half.
You got to keep up.
You got to keep up.
Oh, I see.
It's cool. It's fun. Okay, I'm sorry.
You have to work together.
Why didn't Buster Keaton ever get a hold of a tandem bike? That would have been fun. Cut that baby in half. All right.
Ever get on one of those Surreys with the fringe on top?
I've never ridden a Surrey with a fringe on top.
That is not easy to pedal, by the way. Oh, yeah, it looks fun. Not. Have you ever done that at Disney World?
No.
On the boardwalk there?
And I've never done that stupid thing where you get in those boats that have pedals that...
I was just going to say
fun,
that.
actually.
Oh, like the swan boats?
Yeah, people are out there suffering in the heat.
I did that.
Paddle boats
are a bad idea.
Yep.
I did that on a date.
Pedal
Quickly
boat?
tiring.
You took one on a date?
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun?
Yeah.
Did you get a little grab ass?
No.
No.
She's sitting on her ass.
Oh, that's not a bad move, though, Pat. You can take her out to the middle of the lake and go, hey, look.
You got two choices.
Yeah. One of them is swimming.
Gas, gas, grass, or ass, the old classics.
So you like the pedal boat?
It was fun, yeah.
Really?
All right.
Those things are misery. You go to Disney World to watch other suckers out there.
Suckers?
It's kind of fun to look at.
It is usually a dad with their kid who's given up.
Sure.
I want to go ride a ride. This blows.
That's the way the Surrey is. One person does all the pedaling and all the other people just sit there.
But you don't, in the paddle boat, you don't, like if both aren't pedaling, they don't go to the, like if the left side's pedaling, it doesn't go to the left, does it? It still goes forward.
I think they both pedal.
Right.
Yeah.
The same,
I have a question. Those things you see where those bars where all the people are drinking and
yes,
I've heard of bars. Yeah.
Do those?
Taverns,
No, the ones that are. It's like they have pedals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that really what propels those, or is there a motor?
There is a
There's
motor.
a motor.
Yeah.
I say, but there are people that violently say, no, it's pedaling. You have to power it. It's pedaling.
Maybe there are some like that.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know they're clogging the streets of Nashville.
They are, but man, they look fun. They do look fun.
Trapped with 12 other drunks.
What is the vomiting?
That's a good time.
What's the vomiting quotient on one of those?
That is a good question.
Well,
in
you're
the
right
middle
there
of
in the
whole-
street,
Yeah, dude, right in the just.
I don't
Isn't
think
the
bars-
bartender in the middle? Isn't that the idea? And he brings you drinks while you're pedaling. That's a bad idea.
You're right. That is a bad idea.
Angel, start pedaling. Last time I bring a hooker on one of these.
You mean
street meat?
street meat? Yeah, street meat. Great story, Annie. How many times that happens?
Street meat
crushes me. Let me tell you about Simply Safe.
All
The
right.
do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system. Did you know that when you're out on vacation, you ever go through this? Oh, did I lock the door? Did I shut the door? Is there a pot on the out? What's going? Not with Simply Safe. You just kick your camera on and get a view of the whole place right there on your phone, Tom.
Have one of those Toy Story moments where your dog is making pancakes and talking to a cat. What's going on?
More tuna cakes? Variety of indoor and outdoor high-definition cameras to watch over your property day and night with Simply Safe. Sensors to detect break-ins, fires, floods. Simply Safe named Best Home Security System of 2024 by U.S. News & World Report, and backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. No contract comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee with Simply Safe. And I've got real peace of mind, which is quite the chore. And you can, too. Bob and Tom listeners get real peace of mind, and you can get 20% off right now on a Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafetom.com today. Right now. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Coming up, comedian, actor David Koechner, comedian Rob Maher, comedian Bert Kreischer, all on the way. And we have an update on the Unic Maker.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yikes.
And have you ever heard a thing called Hole Talks? We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. The latest use of Botox. You're not going to believe where they're putting the needle. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Hey, Chick, you've heard about this thing called an annuity?
Sure.
I'll take this. Beautiful.
Online all the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Nick Griffin's our guest. I'm glad that.
I'm glad everything's okay now. Yeah.
Now, are you dating at all? Do you see anyone? Are you?
No, I don't. I mean, I tried. You know, they're doing that internet dating, which.
Have you tried that?
I have tried it, yeah, but I just don't. I don't see a future in it because there's no story if you do get married with your kids. You know, I was checking the box score and then I double clicked on your mom's head.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Bob and Tom.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in profession.
Two words to me.
I'm busy over
No,
here.
it was good.
Hey, busy over there. Come on. Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, Tom.
How's it going?
Well, you tell me.
I'm good.
Good.
Street meat?
It seems like you're good. That's good.
Any new street meat over there?
Nope. Who said street meat?
Man, I was with you, Tom. I thought for sure they were making some kind of joke.
I was with you, Tom.
It's you and me all along.
Street meat to me sounds like they were talking about professional prostitutes. Street walkers, if you will.
Oh, well, thank you for explaining it to me. I appreciate it.
Once again, it was, who was it, Charles Barkley and Shaq talking?
Well, y'all think y'all the greatest thing since sliced bread? Tell them, Chuck. Come on, y'all ain't that good in New York. What else, Chuck?
What else,
man,
Chuck?
Y'all overrated. What else, Chuck? It's because y'all make good pizza and good bagels. And what else, Chuck? And what else, crime? And hold on.
Oh my God! And that
Crime.
and that set Tom off on the. He hated pizza back in 1972. He had a pizza in New York City. Hated it. He's still angry about it.
I think
Am I close?
I think New York City, you can get some of the best pizza you've ever had and some of the worst. That's
You gotta know it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all over.
Here they are. Here's some more.
Chuck, don't forget about the... So, you know, they can't... I ain't gonna say anything bad about the street meat.
The street meat.
I love the street meat.
So...
And they're not talking about hookers?
No. Stuff on
I
a
don't
stick.
care what kind of meat it is either. It tastes good.
I assume the prostitutes
No
that...
idea it is. Rat, dog, cat. It tastes good. Just put that white sauce on
The
it.
white sauce on it.
So, do New Yorkers call it street meat?
Yeah.
Like those stands or whatever?
Bourdain had a
Oh, okay,
thing about
cool.
it, yeah.
Cool.
No idea. Pat's the one who grew up in New York or Pennsylvania or whatever lie we're telling. So there you go.
Hey, Tom, when you lived in New York, was Times Square the seedy
Yes.
sort of grindhouse-y?
Yeah, it wasn't what it is today.
Right. But you got to see that.
Yeah. A lot of...
Did you ever have any street meat?
Porno theaters. No, I did not. And I would assume that the NBA guys, when it comes to prostitutes, probably go for the high-end escorts.
Yeah, they don't need to go walk
They
on
don't
the
know
streets.
the street meat.
Yeah.
Although that might be in someone's sphere of,
You're right.
kind of a kink.
Might be a separate thrill on its own
Yeah,
to go out there.
rolling
Some of
the
those guys-
dice on the...
Dirtier the better? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. A
All
little
those
bit
guys have women procurers.
Didn't Barkley get caught doing that?
a little bit of dirty leg, if you will.
Really?
What about the round heels, Tom?
A round heel, dirty leg.
Round
Oh,
heel, dirty leg.
that's a double dose.
Yeah, oh,
And I do mean dose.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is that sports?
Yes.
Okay.
Shouldn't it be?
I think so. I think we're certainly
Yeah,
done. And,
yeah, I've done enough
Time for the outro.
Yeah.
Lucky, this is what you farted for.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport, Kristi.
The ringleader of an extreme body modification conspiracy has been jailed for amputating men's genitals.
Oh, this kind of stuff, man.
Mr. Marius Gustafsson, the so-called Unic Maker, was involved in several highly dangerous procedures, which included removing the penis or testicles of men who had consented.
Sure.
Some of the procedures were filmed and uploaded to Gustafson's pay-per-view website, which made
so it's got a paywall. No wonder I haven't seen it.
It made more than $300,000, Tom, between 2017 and 2021.
Yikes, that's a good side hustle.
He pleaded guilty to 13 offenses and was sentenced to a minimum of 22 years in prison. By the way, Mr. Gustafson himself willingly had his penis removed at his London home back in 2017.
I liked it so much, I bought the company.
You know, if you're going to do it, maybe not at your house.
Well, where are you going to do it?
Not in my kitchen table.
I don't think you can rent a surgery center, can you? Can you rent a surgery room?
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
You know, you probably can, now that I think about it.
I don't think anybody does that on the up and up, right? I don't
know.
I bet you could find a doc in Mexico that would do it.
No.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly this falls under the umbrella of mental illness, I would think.
Boy.
To be called the
Eunuch Maker.
Eunuch Maker. That reminds me of that Pat Benatar song. He's a eunuch maker, Peter taker.
Heartbreaker, mess around with me.
Breaker.
Do you have a song for this,
Ringleader, take your Peter.
There we go. Yeah, we should work on this. That is just so awful. God.
I'm a little surprised at how harsh the sentence is. 22-year minimum for consent. I mean, everybody consented. I mean, granted, yeah, he shouldn't have been doing these surgeries clandestine as he was, but
imagine
there really technically were no victims here.
Imagine the disappointment of that guy's cellmate.
Oh, he'll be offering him.
Yeah.
He'll be offering him an alternate male member to, hey, you've missed yours. How about this one?
Yeah, take this.
Yeah, they didn't take out your teeth, did they? Wait a minute, that's a bonus.
Jeez.
Wow, that is.
That's rough.
But just this is one of those stories you just say to yourself, well, I'm glad I didn't wake up with that. What is it? What would that be called?
Yeah.
Compulsion? What is
But you know, you're right. There isn't really a victim. They consented to do this.
Right. Why waste this? Why put this guy in jail for 22 years?
Right.
I guess one of the victims did testify against him.
Oh, he did?
A guy from Hong Kong named Dong Gone.
Your Honor, we'd like to bring to the stand now Dong Gone.
Here's Mr. Gone right now. Mr. Gone?
No.
Would you like to testify?
No.
Before we get to that, Counselor.
As he said,
I'm jumping in, baby, with both feet.
He famously said, no dicky, no washing.
Okay. All right. I know I'm
You're what?
To me, that's fun. That's there should be there should be a courtroom where you come in with an offensive joke,
right?
Yeah.
And the judge decides, is it funnier than it is offensive? And I think the ruling on that one would be it's funnier than it is offensive. But that's coming from me.
You're taking an old,
right?
Potentially. Where did that come
offensive,
from? I think No Ticky, No Washy is famous on its own.
I think it was in one of those films that may have been reinforcing certain stereotypes.
Or was it the commercial for
well, there was a famous
dry cleaner?
The Calgon?
The famous commercial for Calgon at one time was the longest running television show in America.
The ancient Chinese secret?
That was the ancient Chinese secret.
Sure, but that had no mention
that did not
I don't think they said No Ticky, No Washy.
Right.
I don't know where that came from. I don't think about it.
Might have been in an old Western.
Yeah.
I know. You know what? I didn't know that Badges, we don't need no stinking Badges, is from Treasure Sierra Madre.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not Blazing Saddles. I had no idea.
It was Blazing
really?
It would have been 10 times funnier than if I'd known it when I heard it in Blazing Saddles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, they are.
Yeah, but probably a reprehensible joke. Thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's a little strong.
It's not reprehensible, but it's certainly.
Yeah.
It is referencing an old stereotype, I guess.
Of course. But it rhymes.
I just thought of it and didn't have time to really
censor yourself.
Ponder myself and say, or ponder the content of that. And just no dicky, no washy really doesn't make much sense. But in the context of a guy who's been lopping off other men's testicles and male members, wouldn't that be.
If you take off the testicles, the male member still works, right?
Yeah, maybe you might need a couple days.
Maybe to run water through it right away.
But yeah, you can still get erect.
But I would think the other thing, to remove the male member, I would think the plumbing in it, there would have to be some kind of microsurgery or something.
Well, there's
because you can't just spray everywhere, right?
there's a clinic somewhere. I can't remember. I think I sent you the story, Tom, where they're making these people want to be no genitals, like Barbie and Ken, like nothing. Yeah, and they just have like a little hole to pee out of.
Yeah, but I'm sure there has to be a surgeon would have.
Yes, there is a surgeon that does this.
So how's that legal?
Yeah,
you know, but I get that the guy was. I don't know.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like anybody was hurt here.
I'd like to nominate several members of Congress and the Senate for this, by the way, because they clearly don't have any balls.
According to the internet, and I don't want to start anything here, but apparently Jack Nicholson said no tiki, no washi in Chinatown.
He also says it in The Departed.
And I think he says it in The Departed.
Yeah, but
he actually says no tiki, no laundry in The Departed.
But he's referencing, I think, something from, I don't know, probably Charlie Chan.
So he didn't originate it.
No. It's been around for a long time.
But how weird that it's famous for his character in Chinatown, and then he himself quotes himself.
Yeah, right.
Wacky Jack.
Interesting.
Yeah. A highly recommended movie, by the way, Chinatown. If you've never seen that.
I have never seen it.
That is a great movie.
It's really troubling.
It is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took me a couple viewings to go, okay.
And I occasionally will reference it when I'll do the mother-daughter thing.
Right.
It's quite humorously when I do it, I think.
No. It's troubling. And,
troubling, disturbing.
Well, the mother-daughter.
Probably shouldn't do it during a commercial
probably
message.
not, because where there's a mother-daughter, there's a father.
Okay.
And grandfather. Okay.
Sorry. Back to you, Kristi.
But you get it.
This is troubling. The New York Post reports about anal Botox called Holtox.
Holtox.
Yeah. An aesthetic nurse practitioner says administering anal Botox is booming business in New York City.
What are they doing to their anuses?
Chris Bustamante.
Bustamante.
Okay. That's the name of this person. 32 performs the procedure, which he has trademarked with the name Holtox.
Well, they couldn't use butt tox.
No, because you would think buttocks.
Yeah.
The Holtox procedure is performed regularly at the Lushful Aesthetic Spa in Midtown Manhattan.
Shut it down.
Bustamante, 32, told the Post, it's appealing to Gen Z and millennials who are a lot more curious and adventurous when it comes to enhancing their sex lives with unconventional methods.
But I don't understand.
Why would he bring in Gen Z and millennials? This has nothing to do with their age.
Yeah, I'm not convinced either.
I think there's been a parade of anality throughout the culture of
anality.
The ancient Greeks.
I think this has been around for a long time.
The procedure designed for people who indulge in rear end action takes just a few minutes to complete, and purportedly alleviates discomfort for those who have a so-called tight anatomy, if you will.
Okay, so it's meant to
relax
ease
the
pain.
muscles, because that's what it does there.
Does it take out the wrinkles?
That's what I thought.
That's what it does on your forehead. I don't know what it does
So it may smooth out the spokes of Uranus?
Yeah.
Wow.
There goes the starfish.
You have the rings of Saturn and the spokes of Uranus.
There you go.
Wow, Dave.
It also can heal.
Dave, for a 50-year-old man, you have the anus of a 40-year-old.
Well, thank you.
You know what they say? 50 is the new 40 when it comes to anuses.
All right, let's talk more ramming.
According to the story, it can also aid in the healing of fissures and hemorrhoids.
And he calls it whole tox.
Holtox, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, and I assume this is an injectable.
Botox is an injectable. Yes, it comes in a needle, like in a syringe.
I won't finish the phrase, but it would be something like, this probably won't be the first brick.
Yeah.
Or never mind.
Yeah.
You'll feel a little prick in here. I don't know what you're doing out of here. But, Botox is essentially botulism, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't that
exactly what it
something?
is.
Anybody remember the famous incident with it?
No, not
With
necessarily.
botulism?
Yeah. And bon vivant vichyssoise soup.
No,
I love it when you speak French.
I love what you're talking about over there.
Yeah, that was the famous poisoning with
I thought there was tuna fish. Wasn't there a tuna fish brand that also had some trouble?
I'm not sure.
That's what I was remembering.
I don't know, but yeah, that was one of the famous ones.
The Botox of the sea.
Okay, well, Kristi Lee is at the news desk. And what have you got? What else have you got over there?
Police in Michigan say a homeless woman was living inside a grocery store's rooftop sign She was discovered after contractors investigated an extension cord on the roof of the Family Fare store in Midland. The 34-year-old was living inside the business's triangular sign with enough space for a computer printer and coffee maker. It was 5 feet by 8 feet, I think.
Oh.
The structure, 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and it does have a door.
No kidding.
Yeah. Officer Brennan Warren of the Midland Police Department said the lady told police she had a job elsewhere but had been living inside the sign for about a year. She was cooperative and quickly agreed to leave. No charges were pursued.
Okay. Wow.
Man.
That's kind of cool.
All right. But I did this story on the 24/7 feed, and my immediate thought was to you. Go ahead.
Oh.
What?
Where's she?
Where does she go to the bathroom? Yeah.
She crapping right there in the old.
Uh-huh.
Well, isn't it bright in there?
Yeah, wouldn't it be?
I mean,
Behind
and
the
hot.
sign.
She has a printer and a coffee maker.
Yeah.
Printer.
And a computer, so she could
Why
work
a
from home. She wanted to work remote.
I mean, if I'm the store, I'd make her the mascot. What the hell? Take advantage of this, and but no, I would assume that she would climb down and use facilities elsewhere. But
Yeah.
now that you mention it, I hadn't thought about that. It's kind of cool. Don't you? When you were a little kid, didn't you? I remember my brother, for example.
Yeah.
In our backyard, there was a utility pole.
Uh-huh.
And there was this thing up there, like this big, I don't know what, looked like an oil drum, but bigger, hanging on the pole. You know, those things. And my brother, of course, told me that somebody lived up there, and I believed him.
Oh.
Because you're 5 and you're an idiot. So, but whenever I see something like that, I always think, wonder if anybody's up there. Or I'll see spaces. Don't you ever see spaces and go, God, it'd be really interesting to be up there?
No.
I lived in a Target sign for a while, but I couldn't put my drinks anywhere. Kept spilling, sliding. It's a circle.
It's just a circle. See?
Couldn't really set down a coffee mug.
I mean, this could be a. This could be a.
I thought a billboard when you said a sign. I didn't think of an actual round.
This could be like the Phantom of the Opera, but
Yeah.
the Phantom of the Family Fair.
I think some of those that you see on. Why am I contributing? They're actual little tent-like apparatus. When they're working on the lines, they can pull them out and push.
Sure.
Put over themselves. That's what's in some of that stuff.
And if you had a brother, he would have told you. Would have told little chick, there's a guy living up there sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had enough trouble growing up, all right?
There's a guy living in my
Bring a brother
backyard
into it.
on the utility pole.
I living up there.
I hope the
Is that when you decided to pee through his legs when you were when he was on the toilet? You came in and ran in and peed through his legs as he was
I'll never forget that. I can tell you which toilet it was in my house.
The most personal of all processes.
God, that was funny. Because as it was happening, he goes, I'm going to have to kill you.
There's a lot of thinly veiled incest.
Oh, God. Holy
He's
hell.
running around naked all the time.
Did you ever play Nude Man with your brothers?
No. Hey,
no, we didn't.
Hey, it's Bear Man.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
The lines are blurred.
Yeah.
See,
then I'd go in and my sister would be getting ready, and I said, she was naked, of course.
Of course, so I would.
We didn't have a dryer there, so you'd be issued a towel once a week, and you had a clothespin with your name on it.
Right.
So you'd take your towel, when you're taking off your bathing suit, you'd put your towel around your neck, clip it on.
Yeah.
Thus, you have a cape. And the upstairs was a big dorm room with a bunch of beds, and you just go diving between the beds. It's Bear Man.
Naked as anything, and
a bunch of fruits.
Well, I find that offensive. There was no fruiting of any type going on.
I always think of that scene in The Aviator with DiCaprio, and she played Katharine Hepburn. It was amazing.
Kate Blanchett?
Yeah. And they're at Katharine Hepburn's families.
Yes.
And there's some beautiful lake house. That's what I see when I hear it.
Yeah.
They're all sitting around, and that's when Howard Hughes, DiCaprio, loses it. I don't know why everyone talks about money all the time. That's because you always had it. Stuff like that. That's a great scene. That was letter perfect.
Bear Man.
Send me to Hollywood.
Those were the days.
peeing through my brother's legs as he took the dump. Those were the days, he said wistfully.
Yeah, longing for them.
Remember what toilet it was, what room it was?
You've been up there, Pat. You know what a great spot that is.
Sure.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful
spot. Well, now coming up, comedian Dave Koechner, comedian Rob Maher, comedian Bert Kreischer. Some cool stuff in the news, strip club news, 2 interesting beer stories, a couple of major heists. Love that word. And I'm going to teach you a new word or 2.
I bet you are.
You'll like this, chick. You know what a plonker is?
No, I've been trying to, and I'm on the honor system. I have not looked online. Tried to figure it out.
Okay, a toss pot?
I don't know what that is. It sounds funny. I've heard that one.
But it's in the realm of words like scallywag.
Oh, okay. All right.
All coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a wash. It's a face wash. It's called Soothing Licorice, so it's very gentle. Pat has very sensitive skin. He's told me. So
he does. Now that won't get in his eyes and make his eyes.
Well, I'll make it a point.
Is this where I quietly switch places with you, Brenda, and Pat doesn't know I'm rubbing his face?
I'm sorry, my hands.
Yeah, no, that's not so dripping stuff.
Come touch my face, Chick.
And those aren't my hands.
You're going to start dripping stuff? Hot candle wax? What are you doing?
Now, is he going to be able to talk during this after you?
He's falling asleep. What are you talking
This is really nice. I mean, this is probably one of the best things I've ever done.
We're all going to give you the mark of the mushroom.
Sounds good. Give me the rum and helmet.
His pants. It looks like he's aroused. I think it's just an illusion.
No, it's a genie weenie.
I think it's...
No, it's my quads. You got to remember, my quads are so big, everything sits atop the mountain.
That's right.
Everything. They're saying big mountain, small flag.
Yeah, just like the moon.
Once again, Pat McAfee, NFL kicker, holder, and punter.
Okay. Hot towel. Okay.
Hot towel. Hot towel.
Hot towel.
Hot towel. Hot oil.
Oh, there it is now.
Oh,
Now his face is covered except his nose and his.
Yeah, you never forget your first.
Oh, no. How does that feel, Pat?
You've not had a facial before?
Well, it depends what kind you're talking. This
I see.
Wait a minute. What do you guys do on the road?
None of your business. What goes on the road stays on the road.
You heard of squirting, all right?
Yup, there we go, Chick.
Oh, come on.
I'm just saying.
No, Tom hasn't.
Probably not. Oh, that doesn't certainly happen.
No, that can't possibly.
Quiet with their hands full.
All I know about facials is eventually someone gets out cucumbers. Is that going to happen? Are we going to have any of that?
They don't do that.
Cucumber, I'm not ready for that yet.
No.
Start with a something smaller.
Smaller, like a carrot.
Yeah, let's work our way up to the cucumber.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do at home.
So where they close their eyes and they put a cucumber over their eylids.
Is this your bed here that I'm laying on?
Yeah.
Hell of a table.
Thank you.
Really good table.
Now, Brenda, I know that you operate a legitimate business. Yes,
I feel the need to mention this at this point.
But do people ever come to you when you?
Oh, honey, we could write a book.
Do people come in thinking they're going to get a happy ending? I'm getting a vigorous nod from Carrie.
Yeah. We seriously could tell you stories. In the early days when we first opened, 7.5 years ago, yes, we had the callers that we would get, I'd like to get a male Brazilian. Okay, when would you like to schedule that? Well, do you hold it or do I hold it? And so my response would be, this is what you do at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, who knows what the love bug's going to buy?
For future
Come on.
For future reference, the proper question is this a full service shop, right? That's the way we go about it.
That's a tasteful way to do it, right?
Full service. Seriously, that's the code? Full service massage means happy ending?
Well,
that's my massage therapist. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm sure that's probably much for the massage therapist. I mentioned they get that all.
I think I had a massage therapist several years ago that said that there are signals, like there's way guys fold their sheet and stuff when you leave the room and you come back in. Seriously, like
what
is it in an arrow?
That's it, Pat.
This is where you hit the arm and then rub your hand across the chest. It's not the butt signal, but it's.
I would think they'd also do the famous towel trick. Where you walk in.
No, see, they're laying down.
They're laying down on the table.
You can't walk in
anywhere.
Walking in.
Hey, I understand I paid for a massage. You missed one body part.
Hi, this is Chick McGee from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com and check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
The big pink smiling lips downtown next to the Y.
Thanks, Eddie.
I can't stop mowing down on this thing. Wow.
Eat all you want, Eddie. We'll make more.
Bert and Ellie's muffin. Come by and shove one in your face today. Hey, we'll leave the stereo on for you, and we'll turn it up real loud so you can hear it.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom Radio.
Are you a single guy? I used to be married, but I'm divorced now. Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rear view mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. But I'm fine. She was just as bad. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it, too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Comedian Jim Gaffigan joins us in the studio, a family man, a clean liver. Now, when you're on stage, Jim, you don't do a blue kind of show, do you?
I'm very clean and kind of, I talk about cake for like an hour because, cake's an important topic.
Cake, tell me about cake.
Well, there's a lot of different. Cake's a powerful food. Cake can actually bring people together. It's Bill's birthday. Yeah, I hate that guy. There's cake in the conference room. Well, I should say hello.
Who am I to pass judgment on him?
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, what is that, a Skittle?
Hi, this is Larry Reeb, Uncle Larry. It's a sick world, and I'm a happy guy, and you're listening to the Bob and Tom Radio.
Fine. This is what I do.
I don't know what you're on this week, but whatever it is.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
I like it because I think it's a sign that Tom's feeling good.
Good energy,
Yeah, it is good energy.
Need a little sleep, perhaps?
Oh, it's sleep deprivation?
Could be. But I've got a special treat right now, as a matter of fact. There we go. It's Jeff Oskay with a tie on again, looking good. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm feeling good. I'm looking great.
You sure are.
Thanks for having me.
I say you're feeling good and looking better.
Oh, why, thank you, Mr. McGee.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated. I am Jeff Oskay from the Failed to Mention News Desk. We give you a lot of the news each week, but we don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, real quick, we have a new sponsor this week for the news desk. This week, I'm sponsored by Tom's Shirts. Tom's Shirts. Why go buy a shirt on your own when you can just steal one of Tom's? Okay. A man was arrested for throwing a jar of pasta sauce at another person's car on the highway. What you failed to mention, Classico case of road rage.
Classico. It's a brand of spaghetti sauce.
Now,
you know that, Tom.
Now, Jeff, Tom jumping in and explaining that Classico is a brand of tomato sauce. Did that help?
There seemed to be a lack of connection among those here in the studio.
No, just a lack of laughter.
Okay.
Okay.
I giggled. I
laughed.
Yeah.
they aren't all going to be 10s. Some of these are 4s.
Some of them are smilers.
It's been a long week for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Just so everyone knows, my dogs, where I keep them, is where I used to keep my chickens, which all got slaughtered and I buried. Well, now my dogs are unearthing the old chickens one by one and rolling in the carcasses. It's been a fun day at the Oskay.
Wow, that's got to smell.
Yeah, chick, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you've learned a lesson. You got to go deep.
Oh, yeah, way deeper.
Yeah.
There's a new political party in Austria called the Beer Party. What you failed to mention, their campaign slogan, less beer head, more head in bed.
Wow.
Kind of clunky.
It's strong, but it's strong. Yeah,
it's long but strong.
Once again, Classico, a brand of tomato sauce.
Ragu might have worked better.
Tomato sauce.
A ragu case of road rage? Yeah, that works way better, Tom.
It could be road ragu.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think you're right.
Boo. We learned that people are feeling more pressure to tip nowadays. What you failed to mention, the only thing I hate more than the tipping is when you're in line and the cashier asks if you want to donate to little 3-year-old Timmy's burn fund, and you have to tell them no in front of an entire line of people because that $1 will overdraft your account. What's he need all that money for anyway? Aloe plants? We learned that forgetting where you put your keys was not a sign of dementia. What you failed to mention, forgetting where you left your keys has a whole different set of ramifications if your name is Pablo Escobar.
Yeah, those are different keys.
Different set of keys.
A lot of money you can leave.
This is going well. Hey, just for the record, this is nothing like my stand-up act. So come this weekend, I will be way funnier than that.
Oh, yeah.
As the Italians say, pray.
Your act has way less children on fire.
You haven't seen my new stuff.
Way less.
May is National Masturbation Month. You failed to mention, not in my house, every month is National Masturbation Month.
You celebrate all year.
Yep. We learned that people love receiving compliments about their homes. What you failed to mention, but not nearly as much as I like people not coming to my home at all. Just for the record, there's nothing more insulting than hearing, "Ooh, this is nice." What, you think I live in a dumpster? Mystic Dan won the Kentucky Derby. What you failed to mention, Mystic Dan sounds like the name of a guy you and your wife get into arguments about. I don't care if he's your friend. I don't want you hanging out with him. The dude's a sleazeball. And that works either way, whether it's your wife's friend or your husband's friend.
Right.
The lady, I don't want you hanging out with him. He's always taking you to the strip clubs and keeping you out late. Or the husband to the wife, I'm telling you, he does want to bang you. I'm a dude, I know.
All right.
I hate that Mystic Dan. And finally, a father and daughter spent over $125,000 to amass the largest collections of Beanie Babies in the world.
Wow.
Well, you failed to mention, I hope they got their collection insured, and next year it gets swept away in a flood, because that's the only way they're making their money back on those things. It's the same reason why I leave all my my Dream Killer CDs in the car, because I'm praying someone steals my car, because that's the only way I'm getting my money back on those CDs. Let's be honest, 700 CDs, I got a lot of recouping to do. I'm Jeff Oskay, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Failed to mention.
Jeff Oskay.
Classico.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Yeah. How do you pronounce? I get it all the time. RAO.
It's
Rayo.
Is it Rayo or
yeah?
Wow
We had
or-
people call in and say.
I thought it was
the famous
R-A-O. I thought it was almost like spelling it.
It's a famous restaurant in New York, and now
that's great spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty good.
And great spaghetti too.
Yeah, real good.
Very, very nice.
Very pricey.
All their products are
very pricey. Don't let.
And their frozen pizzas, probably the most expensive on the market.
Really?
And I had one and really enjoyed it.
Ah, okay. Very good.
Sometimes you want to treat yourself.
Sure.
Yeah.
Spend the extra dollar.
Classico. By the way, Mr. Oskay and Mr. Godwin will be in Ilion, New York, coming up Saturday night at Cacciatore's for a great live show. And don't miss the food buffet. Is that right? Is it a buffet for you and a Pat?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're
For
going to
you, you'll be in a nice area, and they'll bring you food.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Okay. It
Have we heard a song from
will
you
be
today?
a great show.
No, he's just sitting over there.
Just sitting, minding
That's
my
what
own
I
business.
thought.
Yeah.
He's fine. The band works hard all the time.
I had something for you.
I thought you had a.
I did.
You had something and you put your guitar
Well, Tom
away,
did all
so-
the jokes from it, so I did.
Oh, what was that?
The song wouldn't have worked.
No,
The Pat Benatar
yeah, the
thing.
Unic Maker.
The Unic Maker.
I didn't know you'd worked on that.
Yeah, well, all morning. Just sitting over here.
I had no idea. I thought you'd rejected
You
that
know,
idea.
the meetings you guys have, he forgets. And
You were in on that meeting.
You were there. I heard the meeting that
And
you
I
guys
said,
had
yeah,
today,
I'll
and
look at that one.
he
Yeah.
just forgets all about it.
Didn't you think he said he wasn't going to do it?
No, I thought I was waiting for the song.
I was on
Yeah,
it.
he
Yeah.
had, he
I
had his
was on it.
guitar
Well,
out.
it's been
I thought-
half an hour. We can do it real quick.
Sure. Right now?
Yeah, sure. The song again was a guy was arrested and he's going to go to jail for 20 years because he was cutting off the male members of
the bait and tackle.
Yeah.
Men were volunteering to have themselves castrated, et cetera, et
He's
cetera.
so-called
D&Bs.
Unic Maker.
Apparently,
Marius Gustavus.
very special form of mental illness.
It's very special. Yeah.
Your maverick dick is totally useless. This is what the man says. He cut off penises. Now he's under arrest. You're the right kind of vulnerable to release his inner lunacy. This incredible loser is in jail now, right where he should be. He's the Unic Maker, ball breaker, penis taker. Don't you mess around with him. He's the Unic Maker, ringleader. Take it, Peter. Don't you mess around. No. And then I'm done right there.
All right.
Peter.
Wow.
Peter. All worth it.
Did the cops name him the Eunuch Maker? Or do you suppose the press did that? That sounds like one of those things they give a name to. In any event,
I don't know who
I'm
gave
sure
him the
that
name.
someone's probably just stepped up and taken his place.
I'm sure.
Yeah, sadly. Coming up, we've got guests David Koechner, Rob Maher, Bert Kreischer. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube.
And you're strapping on a guitar. And now, what are you going to play your new one here?
No, I'll play a new one.
Okay.
I'm not like Haywood. I can't write a song about 2 minutes, but
No, but you had a really good one you played last time I really liked. There we go. That's working.
Wayne had a wreck with a big old buzz. You couldn't tell what kind of car that was. He rolled it in a field where he turkey hunts. That's 4 total cars in the past 6 months. But Wayne must not have learned his lesson yet. He just stuck a handicap tag on a black Corvette. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette? Colostomy bag and the cast is still wet. A shattered left leg with his neck in a brace. Wayne's trying to get to heaven in a high-speed chase. He's squealing tires and won't turn around. Got on a damp diaper and a hospital gown. Doing 120 in black fiberglass. Got a nurse on call and a cop up his ass. On 14 prescriptions for a compacted desk. Wayne's doctor's worried and his wife is pissed. And the news chopper chasing him up in the air. Wayne could give a damn about Obamacare. And his Allstate agent's getting all upset. Who the hell puts a handicap tag on a black Corvette? Amen. Let's do the big Bruce Springsteen in it.
everybody. Kristi Lee from The Bob and Tom Show. Miss some of the show? Become a Bob and Tom VIP and subscribe to the audio and video podcasts. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
The frothy The Idea of You, and the dark and moody Eileen. Or kick back and play the video game Animal Well, featuring a combat-free but tricky labyrinth with more than 250 puzzle-filled rooms. Just look at some of the things streaming this weekend, and we didn't want you to miss it. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Kristi, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
And now an important message from your friends at Frigamall Orthopedic Laboratories.
Hi, Brenda. Ready to go jogging?
Sorry, Kristi. I can't. Didn't you notice I'm limping?
What happened? Did you blow a knee out?
Well, my knees do hurt.
What do you mean?
Well, we were on our way home last night, and Bob started feeling romantic, so we pulled down a gravel road. And today, my knees are really killing me.
Girlfriend, I've got just the thing for you. They're called Atta-Girl knee pads.
With their soft, cushiony padding, you can say goodbye to sore and scraped knees. Atta-Girl knee pads fit right in your purse, so you can take them anywhere. Perfect for a Friday night date or that important job interview.
Hey, Brenda, how'd it go last night?
Well, my knees feel great. But, do the Atta-Girl people make lozenges?
You whore.
Atta-Girl knee pads. Order today, and you'll receive a free head helmet. You'll love wearing this stylish tabletop helmet with its flat, level surface, big enough to hold his beer, remote control, and a magazine.
Atta-Girl knee pads.
Protective goggles sold separately.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Like, you can't get a regular cheeseburger in L.A. Like, if you get a cheeseburger at a restaurant in L.A., it's always a burger that was happily raised by the owner's barber, Jeff, spelled Geoff.
Of course, yeah.
I just want a cheeseburger. I want a burger made from a cow that was born and raised to be a burger. All right? I don't want a burger with dreams or hope. I want a burger that knew the deal. And I want a cheese that is 40% plastic. All right? I want a cheese that when I poop it out, I poop out a keychain.
Jeff Rothband is our guest. Jeff is a fine comedian.
I actually had to do that once.
What?
Be a pallbearer. And that,
Oh, my
that's
God.
heavy.
Yes,
that's a
it's
heavy job.
Yeah, I actually had to go to a funeral, and I was asked to be a pallbearer, and I always a pallbearer.
Never the corpse.
Comedian Steve Alton. It's the technology. What we can do today. We can put a man on the moon. We can send cameras out to Saturn, take pictures, send them back. Computers. You know, we still can't make a coffee maker that doesn't go... Hell, that wakes me up. I don't really need the coffee now, thanks! I'm awake and irritable! I got one of those cordless phones.
Yeah?
And those are cool. You can walk around the house, be outside. You can be in the bathroom now and be on the phone. This is great. That noise? I'm making coffee right now.
Bob and Tom, you can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick, how are you, man?
I'm all right. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
I'm Chick. Here's Tom with our special guest, Tom.
Just learned something.
What'd you learn?
There's a Lexington, Michigan. You know how I know that?
How do you know that?
Because Mr. David Koechner, the very fine actor and comedian, is going to be playing a show there coming up on August 23rd. I was looking at his huge schedule of gigs coming up, and they include a lot of stuff in Texas, and I know also a new place in California I've never heard of.
Yes, both of us were having some issues.
San Jacinto?
Is it San Jacinto?
Yeah.
J-A-C-I-N-T-O?
I bet it's Jacinto.
San Jacinto. San Jacinto.
I've gotten 8 different responses. I have no idea.
I wouldn't know.
But there's a casino there, and on June 15th, you'll find Mr. Koechner there.
Yes, one night with myself and Kevin Nealon.
Kevin Nealon, that'll be
a
killer.
barn burner.
Terrific lineup.
Yeah, it's a nice
Are you sure that's
twofer.
Nealon? Is that pronounced right? Nealon?
Like genuflected, yes.
Nealon?
The Soboba Casino.
There's not a K in it, so I don't think you have to kneel.
Right now, he's with us in the studio. David Koechner, how are you, sir?
Fantastic. Great to see you all again. Thank you very much for having me.
You're
I
welcome.
mentioned that you're a regular presence in my house because my little girls love the movie A Week Away about a summer camp, and you are the head guy.
Right. That's so funny. Wow, yeah. A producer buddy of mine was doing that movie, and I said, yes, of course. As you probably know, I don't turn down work. I have 5 kids. So, yeah, it was a fun movie, and I get to I watched that with my now 13-year-old. I think she was 11 when it came out. So we had a nice little time. They'd sent me a small little package where you could make s'mores, so indoors. Mm-hmm. So we made s'mores and watched the movie. It was very fun. But it's so funny. You never know what you're going to get sometimes from people. I remember once I was getting a Starbucks with my older daughter, Margot, and I saw 2 teenage girls roll down the window, and I thought, what's this going to be? And then they yelled out, Uncle Earl, because I did Hannah Montana 3 times. And so you never know what it's going to be, but A Week Away. And so I don't know if I can, well, I'll just say it. Who cares? I do believe they're making a series out of it.
Really?
Wow. Yes. So that's premature. I might be in trouble. But anyway, maybe, allegedly, yes, there's going to be a series.
Here comes Uncle Earl.
No, not Uncle Earl. I'm A Week away. So sorry.
Okay.
I'm glad I have added enough confusion. Wow.
Okay.
If people thought there's going to be an Uncle Earl spinoff from Hannah Montana, that would make the news.
Now,
but no,
will you be asked to be in that, do you think?
The Week Away one?
Yeah,
apparently.
Okay.
Yes, allegedly, if it happens.
David, when you watch things with your children, are they critical of your work or?
No, usually I watch good stuff with them. Okay. You know, I remember being like the last time I was on a series was called Bless This Mess, and it was on Tuesdays, and they would not watch it with me because they already had something they're queued up watching. You know, if they're in the middle of binging something else, you have to get in line.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to finish what they're watching.
Their own father.
They're going to wait for your show to be bingeable.
Yeah.
That's how they like to digest it. Like,
okay.
Well, that's just good binge behavior, I think.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. But every once in a while, it'll just... I love when something comes up and they don't expect it. Like, they don't watch... Like, Dad's in... I've been fortunate enough to do over 200 different projects. So I remember my daughter was watching a movie one night. It was Get Smart. With her friends in high school, and she was at their house, and she's like, "Oh, that's my dad."
Yeah, how cool!
Very cool. I don't know if it was cool.
Well, that actually, Steve Carell's the father of one of your daughters.
That actually leads to a really interesting news story we have today, which is about people feeling that they're out of touch, that they're not hip, and they've done an extensive survey about this. Ace, I heard you laughing. Because I know you think I sort of define not hip.
No.
I think everyone thinks that.
But this survey is about how you're not alone. Everybody feels that they're out of touch now.
A new poll reveals the age at which most people feel they stop being cool. The survey of 2,000 adults, most Americans feel out of touch by the age of... anyone?
I'm going to say 42.
37.
45.
I was going to say around the mid-40s.
39.
Wow.
So
okay.
All right in the ballpark. The poll also found that the top 5 areas people feel in touch with were, number 5, tech. Number 4, movies. Number 3, social media. Number 2, music. And number 1, food.
So people feel like they have a good
grasp of food, I guess.
I don't feel I have a good grasp of any of that stuff.
Well, you're an exception to all these rules.
Yeah.
Well, let's face it.
I feel like I don't care.
Yeah, I kind of don't care if I'm hip or not.
Yeah.
So what?
I mean, you don't have to care anymore. You can find what you're into and just
all of a sudden you're hip and not even knowing it.
As a friend of mine said, have a teenager as a parent. That you can be like in cool movies like Dave Koechner, and they don't care.
Nope, they don't.
Dad, you're embarrassing me. Go away. I don't care if you were starring in Anchorman.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right, yes. I think, for them, it's like, it's never been a burden, which is nice. Like, my level had kind of creeped up and came along nicely, never exploded. So it's been manageable. And so, they know how to tolerate it when it happens. We went to, last year I was on the road and we were out. And this took us to a resort hotel that had a water slide and a pool and all that stuff. But I did have to rent a cabana because we were getting quite a bit of traffic.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because we were in the pool together, just me and my girls, actually. And they were so elegant in the way that they just allowed us. In their minds, we had our own time, knowing that literally everyone in the pool was watching.
Yeah.
It's an odd thing for them to have to deal with.
Yes.
For me, I'm like, I don't even notice it, right? But for them to have to put up with that, they did it very gracefully. And like they were just like, whatever, we're still going to have our time with our dad, which is
nice.
going to make me cry.
And
well, that's
Dad,
lovely, yeah.
And Dad, don't be in the pool. And for God's sake, don't do it off the diving board.
Yeah, if you're going to do it, get in the water.
Right. The top 5 areas people felt most out of touch with were number 5, literature. Number 4, fashion. Number 3, the arts. Number 2, celebrities. And number 1, slang, which we always tease Tom about. We give him a lesson every week on slang.
Yeah,
Al Jackson.
And that's kind of the point of slang. It's like having a code language, I think.
Yeah.
And there's all the stuff out there. We have no idea we had a new one yesterday. I forget what it was at this point, but something we were talking about where we're all out of touch.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, there was bed rot.
Bed rot?
Yeah, that's the one yesterday.
Yeah.
Bed rot.
Wait, is that a new one?
It is new, yeah.
Bed rot.
In fact, the person who taught us it, Al Jackson, said that there's no reason we should even know what it is
because kids just stay in bed all day.
Yep.
Yeah,
pretty
very
much.
good.
See, you got it.
That's it.
We all thought it had something to do with Fred Flintstone having the clap.
Nice. That's more interesting.
No,
it's the holdover for the pandemic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. They're all just in bed. It's like, what are you doing? Come, let's go do something. I'm tired. How can you? I'm old. I'm doing stuff. What are you talking about?
And why do people? I don't understand. People feel in touch with food.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that.
Well, there are
Everybody
food trends just like anything else.
I guess.
Yeah, but there's so many of these food trends. I can't keep up with anything.
Well, like I said,
you don't have to.
There's a startling amount of food on social media. I mean, as I'm sure you're aware, people like to show what they're eating at restaurants and stuff.
I showed you that this morning, and we're trying to figure out if it's real or not.
I think we're very in touch with food. We have news stories all the time about, hey, Doritos has a new...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Whatever, and Wendy's now has this.
My old college roommate was back in New York, and he was eating at some really famous restaurant. I don't know, if one of the classic famous New York restaurants. It might have been Sardi's, I forget. In any event, there was a woman dining alone at the table next to him and his friend, and she set up a tripod and videotaped herself eating an entire meal.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah.
She might be an influencer, though, and was paid
one of those
to do it.
mukbang video people.
Or
who,
that.
Oh, right. That's a big deal in China, Japan.
Yeah. The Asian cultures they just like to watch other people literally stuff their faces. Like,
So
they're
it's
not
like-
just eating politely.
It's like food porn.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a sexual component to it or not.
There has to be.
But
you think
if there's a human involved,
that somebody is enjoying that. Yes.
I was in L.A. in December, and there were 2 gals, beautiful girls, like in their early 20s, and we were in a very crowded breakfast place, and they must have spent an hour setting up a photograph. I mean, they went, it was unbelievable. Their food, they never ate anything. They were this big. No. It was cold by the time they would have gotten around to it, but it was like, geez, are you kidding me? It's a thing.
So we don't feel cool anymore, and we
Fine.
Is there a hipper term for hip?
Hep. It used to be.
hep.
Remember hep?
Hep cats.
Yes. I think hep is no longer hip.
Are you hep cat?
I think hep is hipper than hip. Hip's not even the word.
Wait a minute. That's a song.
Yeah.
You want a hip trip? Maybe hipper than hip. Horn section, please. From Oakland, California, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Tower of Power. Love those guys.
See, David, he's being current.
Yeah, that's Tom's current.
Part of Tower of Power was on SNL when I was there. So.
Oh, that's cool.
Talk about not being hip.
Were they in the house band?
So many, playing the house band. So many years ago, it's almost ridiculous to reference. Oh my goodness.
They're still out there.
Yes. Yeah.
But I mean, that song is about how what is hip today will soon become passé.
Yeah.
So there.
Of course.
But hep. Nice.
Hepcat.
Nice
Sweet
reference.
passe.
Ah, yes. Now,
it's time for me to tell you about Raycon's everyday earbuds. And, they've just now launched their upgraded model of the best-selling everyday earbuds from Raycon. You also now get active noise cancellation, ergonomic design to fit the widest range of ears, and multi-point connectivity that'll let you pair with 2 devices at once. Plus, of course, weatherproof and sweat-resistant. And a bunch of new colors are being trotted out by Raycon. You got your blush velvet, your forest green, and your royal blue. And Raycon also offers a 30-day happiness guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Go to buyraycon.com/Tom today and get 20% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/Tom. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick. Real quick, August 20th, Wyandotte, Michigan. It's Dave Koechner. Flint, Michigan, August 21st at the Machine Shop. Lansing, Michigan at Gruel Hall on August 22nd. And Lexington, Michigan, the British are coming, August 23rd at the Lexington Village Theater. That's Lexington, Michigan. Not beautiful Lexington, Kentucky.
The big mitt.
Yeah, we're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Every day he played around 18 holes, then some practice. Every night he played around too with some blonde that he saw at the bar. And the fly of the tiger was unzipped once again. And he thought no one would be the wiser. He had plenty of women, some were skeezers and hoes, who all had their eye on the fly of the tiger. Back at home, Thanksgiving night, Tiger saw her unravel. His wife, Elin, a cute little blonde who you'd figure could not hurt a fly. But the fly of the tiger is right where she aimed. She took one mighty swing with his driver. She missed his crotch but hit his Tag Heuer watch. She laughed as she watched time fly off the tiger. Buick's gone, so was Accenture. Gillette cut him quickly. It turned ugly when Nike pulled out. They took his hat and his shoes and his balls. Yes, the fly of the tiger has cost them a lot. But for Tiger, there's a silver lining. He's got a new sponsor. It's Danny's Restaurants. They're always open, just like the fly of the
Yeah, all right. Okay, let's go see Bob and Tom.
Yeah!
You can't say it on the air. Trust me. Not the way you want to do it. I've been over this 100 times. If you say that, we're going to get a fine.
We're not going to get a fine. The average idiot's going to perceive it as the noun.
No. We can't do that. You can't say that on the air.
It has no meaning as a verb, whereas my term can be taken two ways. That's why the joke has a joke.
No, you can't do that.
Kids, let me just ask you this. Am I right? The only way to make this joke funny, you've got to use the word cornhole.
The same condo, Larry, and so he just here. He beat me to the phone. He got there. He says, "What? Who? Dad?"
That's Larry Reed.
This is all I'm hearing. What? Who? Dead?
That
could be the funniest thing I've ever heard in this room. If you could do an impression of a guy with 3 words and nail it.
Who? Dad. And I've got this look on my face of Larry like, what? He hangs up the phone, looks right at me, and says, "Frickin' Ron's dead."
That's it.
That was it.
You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
You're so weird.
You have no idea.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom Radio. 24/7.
Also with us in the studio, Matt Fulcheron. Let's see, we know Matt, skateboarder. I don't know anything about you. Married or single?
Oh, I'm really single, man.
Okay.
Well, if your listeners read People Magazine, they probably already know that. You know what I mean?
Oh,
really? Yeah.
Are you in People Magazine?
No, it's a hilarious joke. I'm a comedian. I actually, you guys get it? You get the joke?
I do now.
Good. You might have heard a dial tone. That first joke was off the hook.
That's all right.
You get that one? You get that one? That's the
There we go.
second joke.
There we
All right,
go.
now we're starting to get a feel for my style.
Now we know what's happening.
Do you write these jokes down?
No,
need to.
No. Well, actually, I do write all these jokes on deposit slips because they're money in the bank.
Oh!
Am I right, Jim? Am I right? Go Skins. Go Skins. This is what the show's going to be like tonight.
Wow.
Look out.
Hi, this is Augie Smith, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, Tom. How are you? We have a special guest.
Good, we do.
Yes, we do.
No, our guest is in for a treat.
Oh, really?
He doesn't even know it.
Uh-oh.
He's
No,
the very.
don't embarrass us, please.
Now, why would I not do that? He is Mr. David Koechner. He is an actor. He's a comedian, and he's a man that has the same hairline I do.
Nice. It's a good look.
Yeah. Thanks God. Yeah, you give Ted Kaczynski a full head of hair. He doesn't even take care of it.
And then goes crazy.
Yeah.
Come on, folks.
Wow, we didn't kill anybody.
Shave it. It looks, people don't know. We feel sorry for people that walk around, with so much, so here's suit.
Yes.
Yes, I say.
There's your HEP word.
Yes, there you go. HEP. We were
Get
talking
thee
about
to a haberdasher, please.
Remember, we were talking about hipness and how people don't feel cool anymore. A majority of Americans don't feel cool anymore, which is interesting. But we were talking about the word hip, and I was wondering, is there a hipper word for hip? And you suggested it was
HEP.
HEP.
Right, because that used to be the hip word.
Yeah, that sounds like an episode of Dragnet. Those guys all hopped up on goofballs.
Yeah, on goofballs.
Remember the drug references in that show? They were great. But the reason I said you're in for a surprise, David Koechner, is because, as I like to say, even at the height of his career, Tiger Woods had a swing coach, you call it, whatever it was.
A swing coach.
Yeah, swinging. He was a hep cat, swinging. But maybe it's time for some lessons in comedy, and that's where we bring you Ace Cosby.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I'm a little confused. Last night, I thought my printer was playing music.
Yeah.
Turns out the paper was jamming.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
And the joke of the day brought to you by Sleep Number. Save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed for a limited time only at Sleep Number store or at sleepnumber.com.
You know, Ace, they say if you reach just one, do better. So we would all like to enjoy some humor.
There's about 6 million people out there to laugh.
You'd think so.
How nice. Thank you very much.
3 million will retell it today. That's even better.
It will be retold, that's for sure.
And then 1.5 million will have to keep explaining the joke.
We have Kristi Lee at the Bob and Tom news desk, the
Yes, you
Silac
do.
news desk. What's going on over there?
Authorities in Atlanta, Georgia are searching for a pair of thieves who robbed a strip club after cutting a hole in the roof of the building.
Oh.
WSB TV.
Son of a bitch, it's television.
Is it SBD?
No, it's just WSB TV.
You wonder if there is a WSBD television.
Probably.
God, that would be so funny. News anchors have to keep a straight face.
WSBD News. No, this is WSB TV.
You know, normal grown-ups don't giggle at farts like you do, I don't think.
Reports 2 suspects wearing ski masks and gloves cut a hole in the roof and climbed into the Onyx Gentlemen's Club. They used power tools to break into the safe, storing $250,000. Staff at the club say security cameras captured the heist, but they have not been captured.
By the way, all singles.
Nice. Yeah, you're right. Bags and bags.
Boy, that's all.
That's it?
They're,
what a determined thing to break into a strip club. I mean, it's, I don't know. And the fact that it's called a gentleman's club, and it's the least gentlemanly you'll ever be.
Yes. We're off to the club this evening.
Yes, we're all gentlemen, yes.
Certainly.
I say, Billingsley, did you drive the Bentley?
Gentlemen.
You shouldn't be driving yourself anymore, Billingsley.
Naked woman, come sit.
Move for me.
This money we stole, it's covered in glitter. We'll never be able to spend it. Wow.
I say, what a fine shimmy.
Although that would be a good, if you want to make yet another heist movie, make it at a strip club. It would give them an excuse to have a lot of naked women.
Yeah, it would.
Do they have strip clubs in London? I mean,
yes,
I could
I tried to go to one. There was like this insane dress code. This was just, it may have just been the particular one I tried to go to.
Oh.
And I wasn't dressed up. They just told me flat out I could not go in there.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now that's a gentleman's club.
It really it seemed like a gentleman's club.
I've been to one where all the male staff members, the bouncers, etc., wore tuxes.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, and then I saw the other people going into the strip club, and they were dressed to the nines. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I shouldn't. Don't let this American dirtbag in there. Really something, but I don't think you'd want to mess with strip club owners.
Right.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. It might be the tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
Plus, how'd they break into the safe?
Power
They use
tools.
Power tools.
Wow.
That's must not have been a very good safe.
Right? Have they not seen a movie? You can't break into a safe. It has to be an inside job, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I would think if they know there's a safe in there. And are strip clubs the last place people will start using cash? Do people use cash anymore anywhere?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll let you have a scan code on your body.
There may,
the
I mean,
QR
yeah,
codes?
I don't know. Or on the
QR
side of the stage or
that'd
something.
be interesting.
I remember one of our guests was telling us in Canada because the
Looney? Is that what it's called?
yeah
Yes,
they're metal.
Yeah.
Looney.
And that the women were wearing some kind of a garter belt with a magnet on it. Remember
That's true.
That's
yeah.
a game.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah.
It's like a carnival game.
Yeah. You don't make it rain. You make it hail. Hail, girls.
And you don't win the goldfish, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I wonder if strip clubs still take in a lot of cash because we were talking the other day about this. I got a letter from a guy, I don't have it handy, but he was saying his bills came And he got a bill, and he said, I'm not going to pay that. I don't know what this is for. And it had some serious business-sounding name on it, and it was, in fact, a strip club. And when they bill you, they don't say whatever,
That's so you don't get divorced.
Yeah, Toadie's Tata Factory.
Mhm.
It says something like, the Billingsley Water Company. And then he realized, that's what that was. So, I'd be curious if they still take in a lot of cash.
I'm sure someone will let us know.
And I could think of a really vulgar way that they could pay.
Okay.
How's that?
Remember how I used to slide? Never
Here
mind.
we go.
The old credit card?
Yeah, never mind. Sorry.
A 33-year-old Florida man suspected of stealing a boat was arrested while trying to avoid police by dressing as a woman. He was apprehended.
There's no problem. I'm not the man you're looking for. Not me, no.
This is classic.
He was wearing a blonde wig, a dress, and oversized sunglasses.
That's right. Lovely.
I hope it was like one of those old movies where the cops started hitting on her.
Yeah.
I get off in an hour.
Oh, you. Stop. Behave yourself. Portable.
Joshua Kolotica was arrested last week by police officers investigating a boat theft at the old Calusa Lodge area in Lakeport. While looking around the area for the man canvassing, they identified the suspect in the case because they noticed a blonde woman wearing a white cardigan over a light blue dress and large sports sunglasses exiting a house.
I mean, it sounds like a guy in this.
Sure. This is so classic. This would be a better movie than the one about the strip club and the guys going on the roof.
They stopped her and immediately realized the woman they were talking to was actually a man wearing a disguise.
How about this movie, Tom? The guys break into a strip club. They get caught. But before they hear somebody enter the strip club as they're trying to rob it, they quickly throw on wigs and dresses, of course, and they have to act as strippers for the
hilarious.
I'd go to see that.
They make more money than the other strippers, and they get mad, and that's how they get busted.
Yeah,
they were too good.
Boy, that blonde has nice boobs. They're kind of hairy. That's great. Well, this is the second time this week we've had the old switcheroo. This guy's switching genders, but remember the one we had earlier this week?
About the ring.
About the ring.
rings?
A guy from Tiffany's switched out a $250,000 ring with a cubic zirconia, and he was finally caught. But he'd been doing this in grocery stores.
He was a
jewelry
pro.
stores around the world, all the way to South Korea. And
he was able to palm the ugly ring and give it back.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Because I guess in a jewelry store, you have to just keep your eyes locked on the goods, right?
Usually, if you're at Tiffany's, not that I know this, but the person would stays with you.
Yeah. Yes.
Especially if you're looking at a $250,000 ring, they're not going to, any good jewelry store, they're not going to leave you alone. He must have been really good at sleight of hand.
Yeah, so, I agree. But that the classic switcheroo. Hey, Pat, do you have a song about this?
About our friend Mark?
Oh, yeah. Is that too inside?
I tell the story. I'll be glad to sing it.
Okay, good. Yeah, we're talking about this. I'll tell you this, David.
All right.
As a man of many children, early on, this friend of mine bought a diamond ring. He was getting married, and bought it from a buddy of his from high school who had gone into the jewelry business, apparently. And I think it was in their 10th anniversary. They were at the mall, and they were talking, and he said to his wife, well, maybe it's time to upgrade. And why don't you go over to the jewelry place? I'm going to go run this errand. I'll be right back. And by the time he got back to the jewelry store, the ring had been looked at by a professional, and of course it was fake, which he hadn't known. And that's what this song is about.
We know a guy who bought a phony ring, but Mark didn't know it wasn't the real thing. This diamondless ring doesn't shine like the real bling. Mark had it appraised. It's worth nothing, that's got a sting. So if you buy a diamond ring, make sure it's not cubic zirconia. Find out years later it's a phonia. Change key, and then we won't say his name though, right? Poor Mark Adams. Poor Mark. Phony ring. Mark Adams did it.
Foolish Mark.
Mark Adams
did a dumbass thing.
Right.
it's his buddy from high school is the guy that screwed him.
Well, see, I'm not convinced the buddy from high school didn't know. Maybe he had gotten screwed.
All right, well, this is why you want to go to a paid professional that knows what they're doing.
Mark's a contractor. He knows ripping off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very helpful.
How long did it take for him to build your house?
He did a nice job, though. Now,
17 years, sure.
I could do a nice job.
Yeah.
We're hanging out with comedian David Koechner, and Dave's going to bring his buddy Rob in here in just a few minutes.
We love you, Mark.
And on the road, and do you have to audition a lot?
Yes and no. It's project to project. So I guess that's the answer. No one wants to, right? But then ego is the death of you in this business, right? You can't have an ego. I remember years ago, I went in on an audition and I thought I was above it, right? Mm-hmm. But I went in and then I saw the names of 5 people who are very well known on the sign-in sheet, and I thought, you better check yourself, Koechner. Now, I did get the job, but I couldn't believe the people that had auditioned.
Wow.
Who I felt were of high enough stature that they should not be auditioning, in my mind. And there they were, and they went and did their job, and that's your job. Go audition. No, but, you don't want to, but let's, do your work, do your job, go get it. Otherwise, don't ever complain.
Are there 3 or 4 people that every time you show up, you go, whoop, him again?
Well,
you've been like put in this little bunch of guys a certain age, height, weight, look.
Nowadays, there's no auditions. It's all on tape.
All on tape.
Yeah. So you don't know. Of course, I always say there's only one person in your way, and it's you. Anyway, But, things, as time goes on, things are different. Like, I'm 61 now, so you're not going to be getting those auditions you used to get. So now you're either, dad or grandpa or whatever, or write your own thing. So.
Yeah, there was a TV show on called Men of a Certain Age.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever see that a few years ago?
Yeah.
And there was a great audition scene back in the day when you'd go to the room, and the guy's waiting in the hallway, and the guy in front of him's auditioning, and he could just hear through the door massive applause. and as he's exiting, the other guy's coming in, and he's like, "Uh-oh,
yeah,
this is not going to go well."
Yeah, you again.
Yeah. Now, Kristi Lee is at the news desk. We have time for one more quick story before we bring in Rob.
A rare cello worth nearly $250,000 was stolen from a home in Seattle. KIRO.
I got nothing.
We're not in Egypt.
Reports the
doesn't
instrument.
that work? No.
Yeah,
yes.
Kind of does.
Cairo.
Yes, it works. Yes.
Thank you for filling in the blank.
An 1890 Enrico Marchetti cello with a blue and black carbon fiber case was taken.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Along with bows and several other items following the burglary. Detectives have asked anyone with information about the theft to contact them. How would you know a cello was worth $250,000?
And this, again, inside job, it has to be.
A stripper stole it.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
How do you sense that?
Yeah, she's a cellist.
Yeah. Yes,
You think this is a G-string?
Yeah. She goes by Yo-Yo Mama.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she's good.
Nice.
She is good.
Occasionally we do a lot of music, David, and there's a lot of great players, as you know, all over the place. And we had an occasion one time to use a guy that has an instrument of this sort worth that kind of money.
Really?
And in his case, it's actually a sort of consortium buys the instrument, and then he is allowed to use it. He's such a fine artist. You've got to. In his case, he kind of keeps it quiet.
Didn't Yo-Yo Ma leave his cello in a cab in New York?
Yeah, there was
really
some incident.
Right.
But yeah,
I think you'd remember that.
Hey,
see,
everybody
cell phone,
gets some
cello.
Damn, I forgot the cello.
I remember one time getting back to my house when my son Sam was about 3, going inside, doing a bunch of stuff, and oh my God, Sam's in the car.
That's not, yeah.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it does happen.
He's not a cello, but I mean.
Are there any cellists out there that just Pete Townsend to their cello after
Bad show.
a cool performance?
I just don't think that's been done.
That would immediately make you the most famous cellist in the world, wouldn't
Yes.
it?
Sure.
If you did that after every show?
It'd be expensive.
Well,
Those things are pricey.
I don't think cellists make Pete Townsend money. Just guessing.
isn't that a shame?
Yeah, it is.
And there was another guy.
No, that's all right. I'd rather hear Pete than a damn
Yeah,
cellist,
actually,
okay?
that kind of works out.
And also, I think there are also, I'd have to check with some people. I think there are also bows for cellos that are like incredibly expensive. Tens
Makes
of
sense.
thousands of dollars. Same deal.
Gosh.
I don't know if it's if that's as important as the
Actual
ancient
instrument?
wood in a beautiful cello. But
This is out of my league.
You ever play an instrument, David?
I have 2 guitars, and I don't play them.
Oh, okay.
Strong desire.
Yeah,
Gosh,
I
that
wish I
thing.
knew how to do that.
I could just pick it up and play it. That's the thing.
do guys that and ladies that own a Stradivarius, do they call it a Strad the way a guy that plays a Stratocaster calls it his Strat? Pat, your thoughts?
Don't think they do.
Hey, man,
Go grab the old Stratty, yeah?
have you seen my 52 Strad?
Full name
It's
of it.
1752, whatever.
Are you a singer, David?
I would never take anyone's job. I used to have a comedy band years ago called the Naked Trucker and T-Bone Show.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
And so
Yes.
in that show, I did sing, yes. I always thought to myself, my kids don't know most of my stuff. And at some point, they'll see that, like, Dad had a band?
Yeah.
It's, to
You
me,
guys
I'm
are at
like,
Largo all the time,
Yeah.
right? At Largo?
Yeah. And I wrote a couple songs. I wrote a song that was in a movie called The Comebacks, and I wrote a song for that movie. So to me, I'm like, there's things you want your kids to find out and discover about you years later, so stuff like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is great.
Right? Show business.
Yeah, would they know right away if they heard the song that you wrote it, or are you?
I don't know if they know I wrote it. They'd certainly know the voice. Yeah, I mean, my oldest boy really likes the movie, the Comebacks, and it's interesting. Yesterday, I was in an elevator, Comebacks, right? I'm like, man of a certain age.
Yeah.
Knows that, and then he goes, I watched all the. When you're 13, you watch that one movie that you finally like, oh, I get comedy. I get the jokes.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know if they know that I wrote it, but they know their dad. So sometimes there's a movie that doesn't come out and it's on Netflix. And my daughter, there was some movie, it was an animated movie, and like, Dad? So like they didn't tell me it had gone to Netflix, right? It didn't go, anywhere else. So like, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. We're talking with David Koechner. We're going to hang out with David Koechner, Rob Maher, Bert Kreischer. But right now, we look once again to Chick McGee.
Hi, when you travel, do concerns come back and nag you? Like, did you lock up? You left a window open? That's why we recommend always Simply Safe Home Security, award-winning security and peace of mind wherever your summer plans will take you. A variety of indoor and outdoor high-definition cameras to watch over your property. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Sensors to detect break-ins, fires, floods, and more. And that app for your smartphone so you can check in with your house anytime you'd like. And Simply Safe named Best Home Security System of 2024 by U.S. News and World Report. Backed by 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There is no contract. Comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. And Simply Safe can give you real peace of mind. And right now, you can also get a bargain, 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafetom.com. That's simplysafetom.com for 20% off. Remember, there's no safe like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much. Read the reviews. They're great. Coming up, Bert Kreischer, Rob Maher, David Koechner. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com.
I remember we weren't prepared to do this. We're completely doing this.
That's why I'm stalling.
G-L-O-R-I-A, glory.
That's not Clint Black Sabbath.
No.
Now, how do you introduce Mr. Sabbath?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't done this in 15 years.
Okay.
But you just take certain lyrics of some songs and put them with another song.
I see.
Like he's going to play Born to Be Wild. Listen and I'll tell you about a man named Jed. Poor mountaineer, yeah. Barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, yeah. Up from the ground come a bubbling crude. Black gold Texas tea. Sweet tea.
Nothing like sweet tea. Huh?
Try that.
I like drinking sweet tea.
That's nice.
Try one of the other ones. Whichever one you want to do.
How about
Your cheating heart will make you weak. You'll try and try and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole day through. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord,
All right. This is James Sibley as Clint Black Sabbath.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses, evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death construction, in the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind.
Nice.
Poisoning their brainwashed mind. Oh, Lord, yeah. Oh, Lord, all right, that's good enough. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Clint Black Sabbath.
Very.
That's great.
Makes it a lot.
I love that.
The Steppenwolf thing, the Born to Be Wild, you should do that if you ever go karaoke.
I got to do that one.
Yeah, do that. You can sing Beverly Hills. And y'all, you've heard the Purple Haze Green Acres thing, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing that.
Well, I haven't heard that.
I guess that always makes everybody
happy. The words from Green Acres fit great. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spread now so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Hey, it's Josh from the Bob and Tom Show. Thank you for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com, check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom.
I know, but my guests are really big coffee drinkers.
Okay, here you go.
Thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
What?
Do you live here alone?
Yeah, why?
Shortly thereafter,
You again?
I need more coffee.
It's impossible.
Okay, but it is possible that you want me.
No. Good night.
2 minutes after that,
Go away.
Stalker's Choice Coffee. The coffee is so good, he'll come back again and again and again.
Coffee. Go away.
Coffee.
I'm going to call the police.
You want it so bad.
I'm calling 911.
You want it so bad. Stalker's Choice Coffee. Share some with a neighbor. Stalker's Choice. It's what obsessive-compulsive relationships are made of.
You don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
A thought from Paul Gilmartin. Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
I tried it and just, I was doing impressions that nobody was doing at the time. I was doing stuff like the Tony Danza and, I was like, Jonathan, Sabetta, Moda. And then, he would always get, anytime somebody from the old neighborhood came around, he was always more Italian suddenly.
Yeah.
Like, it was a Jonathan, Sabetta, Moda. And then, Mrs. Rossini. Tony, you turned on the Italian for that? When he had his talk show, that's what I find amazing about this country is, that Tony Danza had a talk show.
Yeah.
At one point, and his questions were like, he'd have somebody on and be like, so, you guys do radio, huh? You talking to microphones? people hear you in various places all over the country? That's amazing. He's like bewildered by the simplest of things. He's like, man, it's incredible. I had no idea there was such technology out there. What's that? A cell phone? Doesn't that do the same thing but only with one other person? Radio is like a giant cell phone, reaching millions and millions of people.
Yeah.
But I was doing that.
Is his talk show over?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think
I got to believe so, Tom.
they put it to death.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Coming.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We're all here. Kristi and Pat, Josh, Ace, I'm Chick. There's Tom. And Kristi had a problem yesterday with too many guys. And Tom, you want to take this one?
Yeah. Oh, boy, it was a sausage fest. We've added 2 other men. Rob Maher, comedian. David Koechner, comedian. They're both in here right now. Rob, we haven't met until just now. How are you, sir?
I'm fantastic. Great to be with you, guys and girl.
No, thank you.
I know nothing about you. I'm married, single, dating. What's your status?
I'm all those things, Tom.
Okay, good.
Busy man. It's very complicated. Yeah, I don't recommend it. I'm broke and sexless. No, I am single. I thought I asked a girl on a date last night, and then she says, wait, is this a date or a friendly hangout? And I goes, well, I guess you just told me what it was. So yeah, I am now in the friend zone, which is
quickly
not somewhere you want to be. Ukraine, the friend zone, places you don't want to be. Really, the same thing. No, she's way out of my league. So I guess it was stupid for me to even consider that maybe she would consider it. And we just, I met her at a show once. She was in the front row, and that was my way of flirting. I just involved her in the show. Oh, and then it's been 3 years. This will be the first time I'll see her since. So it's not going to happen. But Ashley, if you're listening, I look forward to never seeing you naked. So
okay, good.
Yes,
got that out of the way.
Yeah.
A college man?
No, I'm not. I'm not smart. I'm an idiot. Yes. Never. I actually never even considered it. Like, it wasn't like I went to community college. I was like, this is hard. Then I can't even do the real thing. So no, I'm barely successful, Tom. But thank you for having me.
You can't confine a great mind to college.
That's exactly the way I thought about it. Yeah, or you don't take the SAT or apply anywhere. That's another way.
That's one way to not get in.
Yeah, it's really easy to never get accepted if you don't actually fill out the form.
But look at it this way: that you weren't turned down.
Right.
Exactly. I could have went to all the places. I decided not to.
Yeah.
I could own a mansion, but rather an apartment.
That's a good way to say, hey, did you go to Harvard? I decided not to.
No.
Perfect.
I told them no, thank you. Appreciate the offer.
Yes. And it's much like your dating life.
Exactly.
It's kind of the same thing, really.
Threesomes, who needs that?
Oh, those huge boobs. God, they're saying they're on such a small ass.
Yeah.
I hate
not
that.
for me. No, thank you. Pass.
I have Netflix and Disney Plus, and I have a lot of things to stream, so we really can't do this.
I see. Well, it's a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for getting up early.
Yes, my pleasure.
Do you guys get any sleep on the road as a general rule?
No, we usually break into strip clubs in the middle
Yeah.
of the
Oh, yeah, that's a nice side hustle.
Come to town.
Right.
We get a bag of tools.
We always wonder, why didn't we sleep well? Maybe it was the midnight ice cream. Do you think that has something to do with it?
That's what
The lack of exercise? All the things that add up to no sleep. That's what we do. And we wonder, I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's the hotel. No, it's us, Dave.
No,
it's our lifestyle. It's every decision that we made that led to this.
Now, we were having an argument about something, which is what we do. I do not like room service at all. I do, and I hate eating in bed, home or away. I don't like eating with my...
It sounds crazy every time you say it.
I don't like eating... First of all, these people who eat in bed, they've got that stupid tray there, and then if you move just the wrong way, you're going to spill something.
Yeah, sure.
But you've got your... You don't got your legs out here.
No, you're right. The couch is where you eat, like an adult. Yes,
absolutely.
Like a grown-up.
Yes, exactly. It was a Thanksgiving.
Who likes... Do you like, Dave Koechner, do you like eating in your hotel room?
Only if you have to, but no, because, look, the life on the road is lonely enough.
Yeah.
So you do at least want to be near people. I don't want to talk to them.
Right.
No.
You want to know that.
I want to order someone around.
Yeah.
You there.
We hate the do not disturb.
I do hate the do not disturb.
I have to ask you to not disturb me? I never want to be disturbed. Like, why?
It should be the other way
That
around.
should be the default. Right? I should be asking you, yes, please disturb me. Knock at 8 a.m. when I'm still asleep and say, do you need new towels? Because at home, I usually have one towel a day. That's how and then I get a new towel.
Every day.
I'm a seasonal towel guy. Like, it's
fall. He's got 4.
Yes, then we just
different
wash
colors.
them, right.
Yep.
Oh, you're grossing him out. He washes
Yes, he
towels
is.
every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Well, washcloth every day, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well, that I
God.
get, but
Never
the
reuse
towel-
a washcloth. You've got ass matter. This
Yeah, I know. You're a filthy
23
guy.
hours and 10 minutes reproducing more ass matter.
Oh, I know you are. Yeah.
It's a good band name, by the way, Ass Matter.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah. I saw them open for Weezer once.
Nice.
Son of a bitch. That doesn't sound exactly like something you'd say. That's a band name, Ass Matter.
We're the same guy.
Are you related to this guy?
Could
really
be.
Are. Good God.
It's the Robin Tom
It's a
show.
Robin Tom. There you go.
We can maybe pass along each other's good qualities and trade.
Yeah, if there were any, that'd be great.
Yeah, this is a bad trade. This is 2 bad teams trading players.
Or towels.
Yes. Or bad baseball cards.
Right.
How often do you buy towels? You must go through towels quickly.
I'm not.
You're washing them that much?
You're washing them that much.
I'm not in charge of that.
Cleaning them to tatters.
Okay.
I thought you were in charge of laundry.
Yeah. I do my laundry, but I don't do the towels.
Again,
Oh, you don't do the towels?
As a
Okay.
general rule, they're not there when I get home.
He's got a code. Okay, no towels.
They're not
He's
there when
got a
you get
code on it.
home. Oh, she's already washed them?
Someone has.
I'll do this.
Do you not know who's in your house?
I
You
know
know what? He probably doesn't. Yeah.
No, he probably doesn't. You're right.
there are people running around. I have no idea. Just speak
Someone
English.
broke in and cleaned my towels.
The classic towel clean bandit.
Yeah. At it again.
Epidemic.
No, do you, Josh, do you bathe and take the towel and wipe everywhere and then hang it up?
Yes.
I do. I'll be honest. I'm about a 2 or 3 use. 2 or 3 days.
That's about what I do.
own 4 towels, and so I wash them weekly. Pretty
I
much.
used to have a system when I was single, which would be the one that you dry off with today becomes the floor towel for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's-
All right.
that makes
I
sense.
think
Don't
that's
you have a
fine. Yeah.
bath
That's
mat?
But that was ruled out. Apparently, we bought a bath mat.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want a bath mat.
Why do you say it like that's something that's ridiculous? A bath mat of all things. It's like
Because-
one of the first things you buy when you go into
It's a staple, really.
Now, Mr.
Ridiculous.
Keckner, Mr. Keckner,
Yes, sir.
you're now a single man. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Now,
Thank
do you
you.
have a bath mat in your single abode?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Yes.
See, none of this stuff I had until I became connected to another person, and they have rules and they have standards.
I don't want to brag, but I have a bath stone.
Nice.
I bought one of those.
What?
Then
I like it a
realized
lot.
What is it? Mat is better, I thought.
You thought the mat was better?
It's soft on my feet. The stone, I thought it was all bougie and cool, and then I realized it's a stone.
It is kind of like stepping out of a shower and onto a sidewalk.
Yes. I love
Isn't
that
it
sidewalk feel.
slippery?
It's not slippery at all. It soaks up the moisture immediately.
What? Wait, so it's not stone then?
Yeah.
It is a form of stone.
Yes, they call it a stone.
Yeah.
What? So then, how do you clean it? Do you put that in the dishwasher?
You know what? I don't know if you can, but you can actually. They say you can scrub it. I magic eraser it every now and again. Yeah.
How thick is it?
Not very. It's
20 feet. It's very really. It's hard to get in the house.
Very heavy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a bath stone. How'd you get sold on a bath stone, Bob?
You click on one thing on Instagram, and next thing you know,
he's exactly right.
That's how it is.
It was an Instagram ad for me.
Yeah.
Then you're making mushroom tea.
Yes.
Well, we were learning a lot.
That kit arrives tomorrow, I believe.
Yes.
We're hanging out with comedians Rob Mayer, David Koechner. We're going to talk with Bert Kreischer coming up, and we're coming right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
I'm gonna play a new song for y'all. See if you like it. See if you like it.
All right.
And be sure and Bob go ha 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 like you do.
Yeah, I can do that. I was just getting ready to do that after I saw your picture. That looks pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Have you ever had one of those days when nothing goes right? You Your wife starts bitching about whatever it was she was bitching about last night. So you escape into the bathroom just to sit there on your throne. But after you finish your business, the toilet paper's gone. Well, it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day, so you better get off of my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path, 'cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass.
Yeah.
Of all the radio shows I've ever done, I've never done one where they could sing a song they've never heard.
Isn't that amazing? I was thinking the same thing. How do we know the words to a new song?
Y'all must be working for Dionne Warwick and the Psychic Friends. Well, I was running late for work, so I poured me some coffee to go. And just before I had a flat tire, I spilled it all over my clothes. When the highway patrolman pulled up, I thought that help was on the way. But when he saw that tire tool in my hand, he shot me with pepper spray. Laugh. Well, it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day, so you better get off of my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path, 'cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. All right. This last verse is for everybody that don't like their boss at work. When I finally made it to work, I was 15 minutes late. I told my boss about the flat tire, but he fired me anyway. So here I am in the parking lot, just waiting by his Corvette. I'm gonna give him a goodbye present that he never will forget. Laugh and sing. It's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. It's a bad day, so you better get off my back. You might get cold cocked if you cross my path, 'cause it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Paul Thorne.
Hey, did you enjoy those videos played in that break? Check out the Bob and Tom YouTube playlist for more great stuff.
It's always the same thing.
I want to hear it.
That's true. Every time you make a traffic stop, ain't y'all catch real criminals? Well, I'll tell you the truth, lady, I'm not that good at this job. I'm trying to figure out a way to get disability without actually hurting myself. See, I was a smart aleck.
Didn't take it all that serious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you?
Oh, heck no. People would make U-turns on the expressway. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, because it says authorized vehicles only. I'd pull up behind them and go over my microphone and go, I authorize you. I don't care. You can't be subpoenaed if your name's not on anything. That's the way I always felt about it.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
We have just a few more minutes with Kid Rock. And do you have a pre-show ritual of any kind? That's something that would be like a sports guy might put his socks on a certain way. Do you have
Two blondes and a sandwich?
Bob.
Or a blonde sandwich. Or a blonde sandwich.
I'm not going to put words in Mr. Rock's mouth.
Not really, but this tour, since we got Reverend Run on with us, we always say a prayer, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's great. We say a prayer, and then I go out and sing like Devil Without a Cause, and I want to, like, I'm never going to sing it again.
Well, go forth and multiply.
Attendance at church would be a lot better if they did that. Is there often with bands there'll be one particular country, one like oddball country, where they're gigantic. Do you have any particular spots where you're bigger than elsewhere?
Yep, Louisville.
It's right next to Liechtenstein, isn't it? Yeah.
It's this weird country called Kentucky. Tennessee.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach now. I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. Yeah, people are always asking me, they're like, hey, that must have been tough. Your dad was a wrestling coach. He must have pushed you really hard. He did. But you think about it, he pushed me in athletics. That's sort of a normal thing to push your kid in, right? There's people out there who spend their whole lives trying to find Bigfoot. How'd you like to have that guy pushing you, Do you even want to find Bigfoot, son? Because you don't act like it. You don't have a tracking map. You don't have night goggles. You don't know how to make a plaster mold out of a footprint. What, do you think he's going to show up, son? Oh, wait, there's somebody at the door. It's Bigfoot, Greg. You found Bigfoot? That's not the way it works, pal. You better shape up, because right now I don't think you could find the neighbor's dog.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom Radio.
Coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Pat Godwin in the music room.
Hi, Josh.
Kristi Lee at the Silac News Desk.
Hello, Josh.
Ace Cosby over there running the board, as we say.
Howdy.
I'm Josh Arnold. Tom, we have some terrific guests this morning, don't we?
Where are they?
They're right over there in the. I believe they're in the interview loft.
These two bums? You said terrific. Someone new came in?
It's so great to see you guys.
Thanks for having
And to
us.
meet you, Rob.
It's great to meet you, Josh. I've heard so much about you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Non-stop hearing about Josh.
All naughty, I hope.
Yes. Oh,
so you were at the bus station, huh?
I was. I lived
Not
there.
everybody has his own glory hole. Let's see. We have David Koechner over there.
Yes.
Comedian Rob Maher is with us. And Rob, you were saying not a college man, didn't even apply, but I've got it. I think I figured it out. Run for office and become the mayor, and then you'd be Mayor.
It's pretty catchy, and I think that's probably enough these days. Just have a good slogan.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
That's what do I stand for? That. I'm clever. There you go. That's what we need. Mayor. Do you think, what does a mayor make in a town? Like a small town?
Not much.
Do they make do they have to have a real job?
We could ask Drew Hastings.
Drew Hastings was
comedian,
a mayor.
became a mayor. He did okay.
Yeah,
I think he had health care for the first time in his life.
Well,
What's
there's that.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. There isn't like a comedian's health care union or something?
No, I just pay out of pocket. Thanks for bringing it up. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We're doing all right. Yeah.
I've SAG, so I'm good.
Yeah, you are good. Yeah.
Right.
Maryland Health Connections. Pretty good, actually, in Maryland.
All right. Well, good to know. Good to know.
Now, I started a podcast called Get Me the Mayor, swear to gosh, and haven't put it out yet because we recorded about 40 hours of footage, and it's kind of hard to pare down 40 hours of footage into an hour. But these mayors, if they're in a medium to small town, you have to have a second job. It's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, they don't
what's demanded of them, and then what's the expectation? People think, like, the mayor doesn't take care of parking. So if you're mad about parking, it ain't the mayor's fault. But that's the stuff that people, it's always about where your feet are is where people are mad about stuff. But, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that job.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
How many mayors did you interview?
So far, 3.
Okay.
So far, 3. But now we're trying to pare it down. Like, this is immense. So we might pivot and then make these part of a concern of the podcast. It takes a minute to figure out a podcast.
Sure.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
So is Rob Maher one of?
Rob Mayer's not.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think, right?
He pitched me the podcast, and I'm like, well, clearly I'm in it. It's my name's in the title.
Right.
But hey, breaking news, not a part of it. Not 1 second of me.
Rob was the inspiration for it, so of course he's not in it.
Yeah, appreciate
You
that.
know why? No SAT score.
Okay,
That's
good.
a shame.
Now, speaking of comedians, I will remind you that Mr. Godwin over there is going to be in Ilion, New York tomorrow night at Cacciatore's along with Jeff Oskay.
Correct.
You guys are going to. You got a big drive ahead of you.
Yeah, a couple-day drive.
Okay, that'll be nice. Mr. Mayor, do you like to drive to your gigs? Do you drive across? Or do you fly? Are you?
If it's within 5 hours or less, I'll definitely drive. But we're definitely flying a lot, and I've the flight attendants now do speeches. Have you noticed this? Sure. They do material. And that's okay. But this is the speech. I'd never heard this in my life the other day. And the flight was delayed. And it was just a debacle. And so you're not in the mood for like a speech at the end. And this is the first time I've heard this. She goes, at the end, she goes, thank you for flying with us. I know in my 10 years of being a flight attendant, not everyone, I've learned this, is coming to Disney World. Not everyone's coming from Disney World. I'm like, where's this going? Some people are dealing with hardships. They're coming from someplace. What? This is real. Where they had to deal with some sort of pain. It's their burden. They have a burden. They're going home to a burden. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's the person next to you. But I'll say this to you. When you walk out here today, I'm going to put my hand out.
Oh, boy.
And if you have that burden, put that in my hand. And I will put it in the trash can. And you'll go home to your friends and family without that burden.
Oh.
I'm like, what? Maybe before you become Jesus, actually take off and land the plane on time, okay? Because I was supposed to fly to Baltimore, but you flew me to D.C. because it got switched up, which my car's in Baltimore. I don't know if you know how that works, but that's not a different place. So my burden is actually you. You're my burden. If I was going to Disney World, we'd take off 5 hours late and fly to Six Flags. So put that in your hand and shove it, you know what. Won't name the airline, but, you know. Wow. In this country.
That's a speech.
Now that man is running for mayor.
There. Yeah. Now vote for me. Mayor for mayor. Free parking for all.
We're hanging out with Rob Mayer, David Koechner, and Kristi Lee. She's at the Silac News Desk. What's happening, Kristi Lee?
That so-called new car smell, a beloved benefit of buying that new vehicle. Well, however, part of that scent could be due to toxic carcinogens.
I don't want to hear this.
Released by flame retardants, according to a new study. The flame retardant chemicals added to seat foam and other car components pollute the cabin air inside all personal vehicles, according to the findings. And I'm sure you guys read the Environmental Science and Technology Journal, right? Every week?
Sure. Every morning.
Further, these chemicals are added to meet an outdated federal flammability
I don't know.
standard. Yeah,
Could be.
that's it. It actually holds no proven fire safety benefit at all, according to researchers.
Wow.
Now that really bums me out.
It should.
Don't worry about it.
It's only a sealed thing. It's only a sealed room.
Yeah.
You must take in these fumes.
You know, you're huffing.
You are huffing.
I love a new car smell. Who doesn't?
Don't they make a, what's that stuff called? Don't they make one of those things you dangle from your mirror?
Little pine tree thing?
Air freshener. But don't they make one called New Car Smell?
It doesn't capture the same, but yeah.
And it's also, it's also hard to buy it when you're in a 73 Datsun. Hey, did you just get this?
Oh, is this brand new?
They offer that at the car wash sometimes, too. Though.
What?
No
thanks.
Yeah, do you want an air freshener? Do you want
I don't want
cherry
any of those
scent
scents.
or new car scent or whatever?
New carcinogen smell.
I want to smell the White Castle bag in my
There
back
you
seat.
go.
I have Drift. I actually signed up for this. Like every 3 weeks, they send me like 3 car things.
You're kidding.
And I don't. I use like one a month, and I'm like, I have 12 now. I guess I need to unsubscribe.
Are they just scents or are they anything?
It's this. It's a magnet thing. It's like a little piece of wood. It looks like, and it's on your
dashboard,
your rear view
mirror
thing.
Yeah,
and they smell good, but then I'm like, they send me more than I need. I'm like, this is good for 3 months. I have 12. I only have one car. I'd fly a lot.
Have you considered selling them after your shows?
I should. Yes. Actually, $20. 2 for 30. Are you in?
You also get a used towel.
Yes. I've got it all.
You're a searcher. You've got the stone thing in your bathroom.
Yes.
You've got these weird things in your car.
I'm running for office, Tom.
Do you spend a lot of time just on the internet looking for crap to buy?
Yes. I get all the greens mix thing that you drink in the morning.
Yeah.
They keep sending me that. I
those
don't.
subscriptions.
I subscribe without realizing it, and now it's just. There's probably a button to hit that I can get out of this.
Yeah, you can uncancel.
It seems like a lot of work.
You can cancel.
You have to go through hoops to unsubscribe.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'll just spend $47 a month the rest of my life.
But your car will smell great.
Oh, it's amazing.
I got that.
Now, do either of you guys do so-called merch at your live shows?
Yes, we do.
We
both do.
What do you do, Dave?
Well, I sell photos and an office plaque.
Oh,
Because the office is very popular, so yes, that is
And you sign them.
Sign them, right.
Which is amazing.
Which you think would devalue it, but somehow that makes it even worth more. I don't know why.
I sell T-shirts, but we have people. One time I mistakenly, we were at a hotel and the view was like a construction site, so I just posted, "Oh, great view," some stupid Instagram joke.
Oh, yes, I remember.
But I tagged the location, and then people know that we're working together. So the next morning we go, we'll go out for the day, and there's people there waiting for you to sign things. So I will no longer tag our location, Econo Lodge. Anyway. But you will have people that will just, even at the airport, I'm like, how do you know what time we're leaving?
Because they tip them off. It's so crazy. Plus, you're waiting for hours, right, for this guy to come, and then I'll sign a few things. I'm not going to sign 10. I'm not going to, because now we're not in business. How much could you possibly make, right, on a signed piece of paper for me? A lot of times they'll give you a blank one, too, right, to sign, which means they can just copy it. They can replicate it however many times they want.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Ooh,
so, you know.
Or it's a loan application.
There you go. Signing an SAT.
Yes.
Well, now, coming up, we're going to talk via complicated satellite video systems. We're going to talk with Bert Kreischer,
It's
I think.
Zoom, yeah.
Last time I checked. Also, I want to remind you, this portion of the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about accessing therapy in a much more elegant manner because you can do it online. The way it works is you take a kind of a questionnaire. You'll get matched with one of 36,000 plus therapists, and you do the therapy online. So it's a lot more convenient. You don't have to drive across town. You can do it in the privacy of wherever you want to be, and you can do it how you want to do it. You can do it like a phone call or like a video call, like a Zoom, or even texting back and forth. It's up to you. So get some of that stress off your chest with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/BT Show today. The /BT Show part will knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Access therapy in a more elegant, easy manner. It's about flexibility and convenience and helping yourself with different stresses. We've all got them. Once again, BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Coming up, we're going to hang out with the boys along with Bert Kreischer. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Jimmy Pardo. You are listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
One-stop shopping for you, my friends. Well, you don't have to do any shopping. You can just stop.
This is one that I wrote, and we'd like to play it on your program.
Okay, go ahead for it.
The full moonlight's enough for me to see all the woman in you. Got the wipers on with the heat on your feet. You're about to blow my fuse. I won't put it in park until it gets dark, 'cause baby, you know the rules. I can't get off with the dome light on. I can't get off with the dome light on. Shut the door, you stupid whore. They're playing our favorite song. Ain't no need to fiddle if you can't find my fiddle. I can't get off with the dome light on.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
I'm kindly old-fashioned when it comes to certain things. Never wore a pair of short pants and always ketchup on my onion rings. Some things I can deal with. Baby, I don't care if you chew. I even let you take your shoes off. But there's one thing I just won't do. I can't get off with the dome light on. Shut the door, you stupid whore. They're playing our favorite song. Ain't no need to fiddle if you can't find my fiddle. I can't get off with the dome light on.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
Yay!
I don't believe when you tell me that you're saving up for beauty school. And I don't believe a word you say about meeting that motley crew. And I don't believe when you tell me that you don't believe I'm a fool. But I do believe if that light stays on, the cops will see what we do. I can't get off with the dome light on. Shut the doors, you stupid whore. They're playing that favorite song. Ain't no need to piddle if you can't find my fiddle. I can't get home with the dome light on.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
One more time.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
One more time again.
Can't get off with the dome light on.
We're through playing now.
All right.
Hey.
Yeah, it's Tom from the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for watching this morning's show. To listen, just go to bobandtom.com. Check out the list for a station near you, or stream the online radio station on our website and the Bob and Tom app. The Bob and Tom Show, on air, on app, and on demand.
If I would have written it down, it would have been live.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom Radio.
Mike Birbiglia is our guest. Are you dating anyone? Do you have a...
I realize what I need to find is a woman who loves me for my money, but doesn't understand math. I know this girl, and she wasn't too bright. She wasn't like book smart. She was like magazine smart or butter label smart. I went out with this girl middle of the day. I swear to God. And she goes, "You know what turns me on?" I go, "What?" And she said, "Black guys." which I really found discouraging because I've been mistaken for a lot of things in my life, but I've never had anyone be like, "You're black, right?" No, I'm Olive Garden Italian.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore. Hello, this is comedian John Evans, the High Plains Thrifter, and you're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Hey, it's the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi, Pat, Ace, myself, Josh Arnold, and Tom. We're all here, and we've got some wonderful guests this morning, Tom, and another one coming up.
That's right. We're going to talk with Bert Kreischer. That's the plan. We'll see if the satellites will align. That often happens that they don't, but we're going to get it to work, I think. We have a comedian in the studio, improv guy, actor, now stand-up. David Koechner is here with us, along with Rob Maher, comedian. It's nice to meet Rob. We're meeting for the first time. Are you a golfer?
I just started. As a kid, I played, and then I got away from it because you need to have money to do it. Mm-hmm. And then this past summer, I was like, I need a hobby. Let's start playing golf again. And I went to the driving range, just go to this par 3 course near my house. I got a hole-in-one.
Whoa!
And then I told people about that, and then they thought that I was good. And I was like, no, I had one good shot. I'm horrible, actually. And then let's play together. I'm like, no, I'm horrible. No, you're not. No, I am. And then they realized, oh, you are. So, but I love it now, and I play every week, and I broke 100 a few times, so we're getting better. I do love it.
Well, good.
Are you a gambler?
I am a gambler, yes. Yes. We were just at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and I got paid to do comedy, and I lost money for the week.
Yeah.
Now, I think we're getting Bert on the screen here. Is that
Just a little bit?
Oh, we're getting close. Okay, I can't see. There's a reflection over there. We'll get back to the action. Bert Kreischer is out and about, of course, just seen in the Tom Brady roast.
Yep.
And he'll be taking his shirt off at a at a venue near you.
Dave Koechner, do you hit the links with Ron?
I don't. You know, Richard Kind is a friend, and he's a big golfer.
Oh.
And I talked to him a couple years ago. We were both doing an episode of the Goldbergs. And I'll tell you, Kristi, you'll appreciate this. Years ago, my now ex-wife gave me a set of clubs, and then I was taking some lessons. And then she told me, if you take up golf, so will I.
Oh.
So guess what I didn't do? I need 5 hours of just you and me. The reason to golf is to get away from your spouse, man or woman.
Right.
Yeah.
Me, not you. So me, it was disincentivized. So that was in my 40s when I should have taken up golf. And then I asked Richard Kind, I said, should I take up golf? He goes, how old are you? At the time I was 58. He goes, no, it's too late. Oh, too late.
Okay. You don't have to get good. It's not like you're going to make money off it.
Do we have Bert at this? There we go.
Hey.
I had a feeling he'd be shirtless. Hey, Bert, how are you, sir? Oh, wait a minute. I can see you, but I can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Do we have any audio? We can't hear you, Bert. I'm pointing to my ears. How about now? You're looking good, I'll tell you that much. Any luck with the audio on there? No? I can describe a shirtless man with a beard and big glasses.
Can you read lips, Josh? Let's do the interview that way.
Poor guy.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's taking off his glasses trying to see his computer.
He can hear us. Yeah.
Oh, you can hear us.
Well, good. We really just wanted to call and talk to you.
Yeah, we just
I'm
wanted to see
enjoying
your
this.
pretty face.
Wait a minute. I think he was just swearing at us.
He hears us.
Oh, he can hear it. No, now he can. Are those tan lines? Wait a minute.
No.
Oh, is this the shadow? I thought.
What are we doing?
Oh, looks like he was. This may be the greatest interview we've ever done.
You're right.
Looked like he was wearing a wife beater there and was mowing the grass.
Somebody cue the best of.
That'll kill 2 minutes, and it's all you and Dave talking.
That's more than we have together.
Okay. Well, I know. I just saw Eddie, our engineer, flying by.
Yeah, we'll get
They'll
that.
work it out. They'll figure it out.
In the meantime, I know that Bert is out there doing stuff, and he's part of the Netflix is a Joke Fest going on in Inglewood, California. That will be happening again tomorrow. And while I'm at it, I should point out that Mr. Koechner, and you guys are going to be all over the place. And if they want to find information, what's the best spot to go to?
I think probably Instagram at Facebook, David Koechner, Koechner, but also Instagram at David, Koechner. Looks like Koechner, if you can.
Yeah, and I almost never write questions in advance, but I did write one thing down this morning. Early on in your career, did someone say, look, your name's ridiculous. Cacciatore, Kuka, what the hell? Can you go with, like, David Koch or something?
Right?
Koresh. Go with Koresh.
Yeah, I think. Did you ever consider David Koresh?
Yes. I think Lorne Michaels may have.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what he said? He said I could have hair or not, because I think I was the first bald guy on SNL. I think. And he said, Dave, now America's going to be introduced to you. If you want hair, you can have it. If not, it's up to you. And so I thought, is he telling me I have got to get a wig? I mean, I just spent 9 years in Chicago. If I show up on air with a wig, my friends are going to kill me. I've got what am I, suddenly you got hair? So it took a couple of days. Then we went to a baseball game, myself, Will Ferrell, and the head writer, and Lorne did not sit with us. And we were 4 rows behind home plate at Lorne's seats, and a guy in front of us with his young child was yelling something horrible to every opposing batter. I guess I could say it. He would say expletive, you got the AIDS, every time the opposing batter came up. He's got an 8-year-old kid. Anyway, after the game, Lorne took me aside and said, Dave, F it, you don't need hair. I was like, oh my God. But he also told me like 5 names of people who have hair pieces or plugs. Just volunteered it. I'm not going to tell you I'll tell you off the air. So I was like, wow.
Famous people
here from Lauren Michaels. But no, I also have 36 first cousins on my dad's side. So we do say my last name incorrectly. It should not be Koechner. It should be Koechner or Koechner, clearly. But I've got 36 first cousins. What was I supposed to do? Go, hey, hillbillies. No, what someone should have said in grade school. Hey, the OE doesn't make the short E sound. Do you know that? Do your parents know that? You're saying your own name wrong. I'm from a town, very small town, where there are at least 30 German families. At what point did they decide, let's say it wrong?
It had to have been a decision.
Yes.
It was a choice.
The end of a long field, one brother turns to the other and goes, how we saying our name again?
Now, so were you ever advised to go with a shortened version, become David Coakley or something?
No. I think that was before my time. Now, my mother's name was Downey. So I should have been David Downey, throw a junior on there.
Yeah.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Now, it's not too late.
Now, Rob, you spell your last name Maher. So early on, before I met you this morning, I was kind of going, and coming up, comedian Rob, do one of those.
I get Maher a lot because Bill
Maher,
yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun when people, oh my gosh, how many clubs? So Rob and I have been touring together for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. We'll tell the person running the sound Rob's name, and we'll tell them exactly how to do the opening, all that stuff. And I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's always messed up. And they'll come upon your name, and there it comes. They just can't say.
They can't get it right. And I say, here's the song. Play the song underneath the intro like a bed.
A bed.
Right.
It seems like that's the obvious thing to do.
Sure.
But they'll do the intro, then play the song. Okay?
9 times out of 10.
Now, I'm just walking up to a song that you can hit for 3 seconds. No, the song builds with the intro. It seems obvious, but apparently it's the most complicated thing of all time. It's like calling it Koechner.
Koechner.
Yes.
It's Maher, like the horse.
Yes.
Here's Rob. And then
Rob's Secretariat. Yes.
Seabiscuit. Here comes Seabiscuit.
Yes.
You know, old Rob Maher just ain't what he used to be.
Down the stretch he comes.
Now, that leads me to, Pat, can you tell these guys your quick story about the famous intro? I love this story.
I was on a cruise ship, and the Russian sound guy who hadn't been there all week, he was in charge of everything. He said, I hear they've been making lots of mistakes. Me, Sergey, I will make no mistakes. What intro music? I heard you had problems. I said, well, actually, Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. He goes, oh, yeah, it's a good choice. And I go, after the intro, you get it right where it hits the drums. Oh, perfect. I'll get it just right. And the lights have been bad. I make sure the lights are perfect. So he brings me up to If I Had a Hammer by Trudy Lopez. And then I
nailed it.
I get on stage and I see him in the back with the thumb up like, there you go.
Nailed it. Perfect. At least you got the Trini Lopez version, not the.
It made me laugh all the way up.
Not the Peter, Paul, and Mary. Let's go hang ourselves with Tom Dooley version.
You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer.
Did you acknowledge it once you got to the stage, or did you just let it go?
I was so, he put me in such a great mood. I gave him the thumb. He thought,
Don't you love the confident mistake maker?
Yes.
You can't get mad at it.
Plus, you're on a cruise ship. You can't get away from him.
Can Sergio hang out with you tonight?
I order your meal. No, I order for you.
It would be perfect.
The caviar by the pound. $10,000. Now, once again, we're hanging out with comedians David Koechner and Rob Maher. And they're on the road. They'll be at a place near you sometime soon. And I certainly advise you to go see them in person.
You're a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I love the Chiefs ever since I was a young man.
That's what I thought,
10, yeah. I remember watching at that point, the longest game in history, Chiefs versus Miami, with my first cousins in my grandmother's house, and then I was hooked. That was it.
Uh-huh.
We lost that game. And then we won the Super Bowl, and then it took 50 years, and then we won again.
Yeah,
and I know
did.
people don't like it, and I know people are like so mad at the Chiefs. The Patriots won for 10 years.
That's 20.
20. We just started, so get ready, gang. It ain't over soon, and we deserve it. Gosh,
the coldest I've ever been in my life was in your stadium.
Yeah? Oh, cold. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I just happened. I went with wearing no jacket. What an idiot! I'm not.
Yeah,
No jacket. It was actually 60 degrees. I was wearing shorts and a tank top.
And I'm not kidding. I remember I was so cold. I went into the men's room because that was the only place heated at that stadium.
Oh,
so it was,
not to get something warm in your stomach.
enjoying the
I took a bath.
fetid air, if you will. The humid stink.
Smelled like a new car.
Should have expected it.
What month
Wait a
was
minute.
it?
It was a late game. I was an idiot.
Oh, my goodness.
Why do you ask?
I should have expected it. It was full of fans.
Oh, so that's why it would be so cool in there. It's full of fans.
One of Ace's jokes.
Wasn't that last minute
bonus.
cold front? It was the fans, of course.
Boy, I've never been angrier at a broken Zoom.
Well, I'll tell you what, we can dip our toes into another. There's another funny news story out there. Did you see the one about the shopping carts?
No, what's going on with those?
This is such an odd. We had an odd story about burglars breaking into a strip club from the roof. But do you have the shopping cart story?
2 men are accused of causing a shopping cart shortage after taking 140 carts from a store in New Jersey.
140?
That seems that's an organized.
I mean, I know it's hard sometimes to get that one loose from the rest.
Well, I guess I'll take 140.
Yeah.
Well, first, I'll go in the 9 items or less line.
Well, I was thinking of this. If you're going to do it at Aldi, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go to the bank. Can I get 140 quarters?
That's $35.
Oh, we got Bert back, I think.
back
There
with
we
that.
go. Hey, Bert.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
There he
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
What a relief.
Thanks for sticking around during
By
that.
the way, I've
Bert.
been enjoying the show. Dave, it's good to see you again, buddy.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, man. Good. How you doing?
I'm good. Our daughters are graduating.
I know, but it's breaking my heart, man.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah,
You
because
still got young ones though.
Yeah,
I'm done.
yeah. I'm not
I'm
done.
done after this.
Is it empty nest time?
Oh, put a gun in my mouth.
I mean, first no shirt. When she's gone, no pants.
Brother, I'll be naked everywhere. I'm going to be like a settler back in the 1800s.
Bert Kreischer is our guest. Bert is a distinguished actor, comedian, recently seen in the Tom Brady roast, and launching another tour. You're going to be part of the Fully Loaded Comedy Festival, I understand. What else have you got coming up, Bert?
That's it, man. I got my festival this summer. We're going to 3 weeks in June, starting June 12th, and we're going to June 30th, and then I shoot my special in July. And then you'll never believe this, David.
All right.
I am taking 9 months off.
Oh, my God.
Wow, good for you.
If there's a guy that deserves it, Bert, it is you, brother.
You do.
You've been breaking rock for years.
Where are you going to go?
We're moving to France.
Are you?
Holy cow.
You're not even kidding.
No, we're going to move to France.
Wow.
Wow.
For how?
For 9 months?
For 9 months or for good?
5 months. We're going to go for like 5. We're trying to go for 5 months, and then I start a European tour.
Oh, my God. You can't stop picking at it.
Bro, hey, first of all, David Koechner knows for a fact all of this is off if I book a movie or a TV show.
Yes.
I'm back working.
Right. And you probably will. There you go. And your wife will be so happy.
Bro, I'm actively pitching to Netflix right now.
Oh, my God.
Do you speak French?
No.
Not even peu, I guess. Okay.
Not even a little
Netflix.
bit, but I do a good French accent. That's what
Nice.
that matters.
They love when you do that, by the way.
Yeah.
Over there. That's,
Do you,
Look at coffee. I want some baguette.
Is this guy from here? Yeah.
yeah. Do you smoke? Are you a smoker?
I smoke a little bit. Why?
Oh, because you have to smoke over there. It's required.
Oh, I smoke weed.
I don't think it's legal.
I don't. That's a good question. I know it just.
I don't know.
It was just made legal in Germany. The trip's
The weed's
over.
not legal in France?
I don't.
Adjust schedule now.
Somebody Google it.
I'm looking it up
I know
right
they just made it legal in Germany, which is it's a little
Looks
bit
like
too
I'm
late.
moving to Germany.
Yeah.
I wish
From
they'd
France
done
to
that.
Frankfurt.
If they'd done that in Germany in the late 30s, that would have been too high to go invade Poland. Hey, look, I'll tell you, you go to yourself. I'm busy. Bert Kreischer is our guest.
It's very illegal in France. I have to tell you.
Wow.
Journey's over. Are you gonna? Do you know what city you're gonna be living in? If you have a house you've rented.
We're trying to go to a village in the south of France, like a small village by the water, like near Nice, I think.
Ah.
I don't know. We're still planning it. The fun, it's like buying a dog. The fun of it is the planning. It's not the actual getting it.
Because nobody wants a dog.
Well, it'll be interesting. It'll be you won't get recognized as much. You'll be able to be anonymous again, unless you keep your shirt off.
I love that Bert's moving to France in like 2 months. He still doesn't know the details. Maybe you should figure that out.
He's going to be, what the hell's going on? The Olympics.
What part of me looks like I live an introspective life? Like I planned any of this.
Yes.
I perform with my shirt off. I'm a drunk. I smoke weed. I don't know how my kids are. Yeah, I know.
It does track, actually. You're right. Yes.
Bert, you're soon going to be at one of my favorite places on the planet, Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri, with your Fully Loaded tour in Camdenton, Missouri.
Are you serious?
Have you been to the Ozarks before?
Of course. I've been everywhere. That's what's beautiful about this Fully Loaded tour is we do it a lot of outdoor venues, a lot of arenas, and I bring 12, I'm bringing 17 of the best comics in the country with me. We've got huge musical surprises that are coming out with us, and it is a packed 4-hour show, comedy the whole time, musical guests. It is such a fun time. Big J, Dan Soder, Mark Norman, Stavi, David Tell, Whitney Cummings. I mean, it is a packed lineup.
Wow.
I grew up just north of the Lake of the Ozarks. We used to play Camdenton in high school.
Oh, wow. Oh, no kidding, yeah.
I swear.
Did you beat them?
Yeah. No, they beat us because there was a lot of people that moved from the city to Camdenton, so we would get roundly defeated year after year.
Yeah, I'm looking at the roster of comedians. There's a bunch of great comics on this tour. Wow, that'll be great. And that is looks like the best way to access it. I just Googled Fully Loaded. Because spelling Kreischer's like spelling Koechner or Mayer, and you guys don't have managers going like you got to become Smith or Johnson,
right?
Yeah.
Listen, if World War II had turned out different, David Koechner and Bert Kreischer would be very pronounceable names.
Oh yes, yeah. Very.
I'm happy with the result.
This gets back to if the Germans had smoked weed back in '35.
Listen, I could move to France, smoke weed. David and I would be huge stars.
We still own France.
Yeah, you were almost always you were almost in a Russian prison. Be careful in France.
That's right.
Yes.
Bert, always a great pleasure, Bert. And again, it's the simplest thing is just Google Fully Loaded. You'll get all the information about the tour, and you can see all these great comedians. Wow, that's going to be tremendous. And there's some surprise guests, right?
Talk about great comedians. The Tom Brady roast the other day.
Oh,
holy crap.
That was great.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
That was, can I tell you a secret? You can see me. So they were making fun that I'm not, David knows I party, but I don't like party. And they were making fun of me for being a lightweight partier, that I don't do drugs and I only have sex with my wife. And I had packed my Zins, these little things. I had packed them in a little baggie.
Oh, boy.
In the middle of the show, I pulled this out to get a Zin, and everyone thought I had an 8-ball of Coke on. And the place went bananas.
Yeah, Bert.
In the middle of Sam J making fun of me, it's the only time Kim Kardashian looked at me.
Yeah, I got pulled aside bringing Metamucil into the Bahamas in a bag. They thought it was high-grade heroin. Hey, Bert, we got to go. Bert Kreischer, the tour. Just Google
I love
Fully
you guys.
Loaded.
David, I miss you, brother.
I'll see you at the graduation.
Thank you, Bert.
Thanks, Bert.
See you at the graduation, brother.
Yeah.
Rob, good seeing you, brother.
Good seeing you, Bert.
Keep your shirt on. Wait a minute. Keep it off.
Keep it off.
Thank you very much. Now, it's quiz time. Kristi Lee.
Oh, yeah? What do you got for me, Tommy?
You're sitting in for Chick McGee.
Yes.
It's time to play another round of What Will Kristi Pick? This is your first time.
It is.
You have to pay close attention. It's sponsored by our good friends at Silac. And you, of course, are at the Silac Insurance News Desk.
I am.
Now, the rules are simple. I'm going to try to make this as easy as I can. There's 2 scenarios.
Okay.
A or B. That's it.
All right, gotcha. Go.
Okay, scenario A. You're retiring. Now, in retirement, you're fully retired, let's just say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you spend all day, you spend the whole day worrying about not having enough money on hand. That's scenario A. Or scenario B, just have money direct deposited into your bank account.
Well, this is easy. I'll take B.
That's right. Direct deposit, Lee.
Yeah, because retired, sitting around, watching TV, shopping online, sounds like heaven to me. Direct deposit, I'll take it.
There is no catch, Kristi. That's it. You got
There's no catch?
We're done here.
What?
Yeah, that's right. You can maintain control of funds during retirement. You can spend your retirement with more confidence. Those are some great cans.
Are there any cans?
Let's see. Oh, you can't outlive your money. How about that?
Wow.
That's Silac, ladies and gentlemen. Silac, S-I-L-A-C. Get all the info at SILACINS.com/Bob and Tom. Silac Insurance Company. Online at SilacINS.com/Bob and Tom. SilacInsurance.com/Bob and Tom. Coming back with the boys. We're hanging out. We are numbering Kristi Lee like 8-1.
Oh, I love the odds.
It's a sausage fest. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube.
Let's try Trouble Train. I'll sing and play guitar live.
All right.
And the big band, of course, is on Memorex.
Okay.
And let's try it. What the heck?
Live in our studios.
It's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait. You're listening to Bob and Tom Radio.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Mark Eubanks. Did you go to college down in...
I went to college in University of West Virginia, Morgantown, West Virginia.
Oh, really?
I was a mountaineer.
Well, why would someone from Florida go to college in West Virginia?
Because you didn't have to be real smart to get into school there. Basically, showing up got you that piece of paper.
Valedictorian was a 2.0.
On the breathalyzer.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
You ever talk in your sleep, though?
I don't know.
You want me to camp over tonight? Was that like a subtle invitation?
Is that what it was?
I don't know.
You need a place to stay? Is that what you're trying to hint at?
I'll lay on your new shag carpet.
Bob's got a nice place.
Here's what happened the other night. I wake up in the middle of the night. My girlfriend is crying her eyes out, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, baby, what is wrong? Baby. She's like, you were talking in your sleep last night. And I'm like, well, what did I say? She said, you said it's over, you big greasy freak. So I looked at her right in the eyes, very lovingly, and I said, baby, no. I wasn't asleep. Get the hell out of here, you big greasy freak. Look at the door, hit you in the behind.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom Radio, 24/7.
Fans of comics, but you came to my show.
Wait a minute. Stop talking.
Yes.
We're back with the Bob and Tom
We are?
show. Yes, heck yeah, we are.
What just happened?
We're having a great morning. Well, we were talking off the air with our friend David Koechner and, of course, our new friend Rob Maher.
I went to see their show last night, and
I'm so thankful that I was shocked. I was like, wow, you came to my show?
yeah, I loved it.
I
It
know,
was so
but you
fun.
come to any show.
On a school night?
On a school night. I stayed up till 11 o'clock. I didn't get to bed till 11 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That'd be hell.
It was a great audience.
I mean, it's hard to go to sleep after all that laughing.
Right?
Yeah, it was hard. Yeah.
Oh, so you watched something on Netflix when you got home?
No, it was
We
great.
also have an office trivia show we do on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a matinee. I think it's 4 or something like that. Yeah, that accompanies our tour. We started that a couple years ago.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's literally, it is office trivia. The Office, obviously.
Hosted by the real Todd Packer, which is fun for people.
You're in character. There's behind-the-scenes stories. There's a Q&A. There's a
People
meet
get to
and
act
greet.
out scenes on stage of the top two teams.
Exactly.
It's a supercharged trivia show.
Oh, cool. And where do
People dress up.
Right?
Where do they find out? Where do they find out about that?
Just on either the Helium's website for this weekend or just at David Koechner on Instagram.
Yeah,
awesome.
all our tours, all our weeks, that is part of the tour.
Yeah. And what is the most commonly asked question?
On the
for
trivia?
the Q&A?
Yeah.
Oh, the Q&A.
Yeah.
Gosh, they always ask who's your favorite person to work with on The Office. Now, I've known Steve since 1990, so that's an easy question.
Okay.
Plus people want dirt. I'm never going to do dirt in front of a bunch of people because someone's filming it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Are there
And why?
people, yeah. But generally, everybody on that show was really cool. Plus, I've known Meredith, Kate Flannery, since '89. So that to me, that's the fun part. Is like, you come up with people when you're young, your 20s, and then 20 years later you're working in Hollywood together. That's the best for me.
Yeah.
Like wow, look at us, we made it.
David Koechner, are you still available on Cameo?
Yes, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yes, just asked me if I still have kids. Yes.
But it's great. People can actually get on there. They can have a message from you to them. And
Yep.
I had him do one.
Oh, right on.
Because,
Did you really?
yeah, you did one for me. Well, for my daughter, Finn, who loves the movie that you're in called A Week Away. I mentioned it earlier. She loves that movie. And I had you do it as the head of the camp.
Right.
And because she loves camp. She's going back to camp a lot. I shouldn't say it on the air, probably.
No, don't say what camp.
Yeah. She's going to a very, very fun camp. I got a quick letter. I've got to read this. Referencing something that happened on this show.
Uh-oh.
Dear Bob and Tom Show, thanks. I'm on Interstate 75 right now outside Toledo in my new car on my way to Petoskey, Michigan.
Oh, new car.
Question, will I make it before I'm overcome with the lovely new car smell? I understand it's toxic. By the way, this comes to us from a doctor. Thank you very much, doctor.
I think he'll be fine.
She's a professor.
She'll be fine.
Professor of English, so she must like to listen to this show with a red pencil in her hand. Wrong.
X. Josh corrects us all the time. He's a wordsmith.
Oh, no, I'm just a jerk.
No.
At least you know who you are.
Yeah, Josh and I are both in the word police.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of words used in front of me, and I just look down on you.
Yeah.
Time
if you
now
notice,
to do
he writes my news now. I don't even get to do it.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. What's the date today?
Today is May 10th. Right?
Time now for history and such.
Time now for a mystery. What happened in
May
history
10th.
today?
May 10th.
Okay, and we have a great story. We can't get to it, but it's another one of those stories where someone's trying to steal a car, but it's a stick shift.
Oh.
I love that. Happy birthday. Ugh, this is not a good one. John Wilkes Booth. Yikes.
Well, it depends on what side you're on, really.
Oh, my goodness.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean.
Still
Holding on to that.
Judge. Yeah.
Okay. 1899, Fred Astaire.
He's a good hoofer.
Yeah. Straight.
What? That's right, Tom.
That's what he's known for.
Yeah, his straightness, his love of women.
Legendary.
The dancer.
Did you know that this is true? I don't know why I know this. Fred Astaire had every copy, while he was alive, every single copy of the Daily Racing Form bound in his library.
Oh, no kidding.
He was a horse racer.
Degenerate gambler.
Degenerate gambler. Let's see.
right.
I'm not reading that guy's birthday. He's Sid Vicious, 1957. Couldn't play the bass real well and now has trouble breathing.
Straight.
Bono.
He was, straight in some ways.
Yes. No, you mean stiff. Paul Hewson, also known as Bono, pretentiously born in 1960 on this date. And thanks, fellas. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the